Hello and welcome. Oh my God, as you can see there, I am Camo Henry, and I am joined here today by my wonderful co-host and soon-to-be roommate, Cheese Tovey.
Cheese Tovey. Cheese Tovey, by the way. You
Cheese
should get
Tovey.
that right.
I should probably get that right. Cheese
Yep.
Tovey. It looks like Tovey, but we aren't going to talk about that. That's
Yeah, we're not
neither
gonna talk
here
about
nor
that.
there. Today we have another Dota Esports game. UNC Froggers today against the UCSD Dota 2 Team B.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gonna
I'm
be
kind
an
of
interesting.
split on who I'm rooting for. Henry?
No, you can't be.
I'm
They're
kind of
UNC
split.
students.
I mean, it's San Diego. I love San Diego. My sister lives there. You were born
I
there.
was born there. Yes.
I don't know. I kind of don't care about the Froggers this match.
You can't be saying that on stream. We obviously very much do care about the Froggers, and we'll soon hopefully be getting into this game. As a fact, both teams are currently 2-0, and this is going to be their third game, kind of deciding who stays in that stays competing for that #1 position in the current tournament, and who moves down in the list. Last I checked, we had about I want to say 7 or 8 teams who are currently in a 2-0 record. And so getting this next win is very important for.
Is this a
figuring out.
group? I believe, and then like there's a playoffs.
Yeah, so this is like a round robin kind of group
Yeah.
stages every week. You play a different team every week, and then based on the standings, I'm pretty sure they pick a couple people for semifinals and
I believe it.
finals towards the end of the semester. So yeah, going to be an interesting game. We obviously missed last week.
Obviously.
UNC Froggers did win their game, so that's why they're 2-0. But today we're not missing out, even though it's a little later. We are starting at 10 p.m. our time,
Yes.
obviously, because it's
San Diego.
8 p.m. Yes,
Yeah.
or 7
No,
p.m.
it's 7,
7
I
p.m.
think.
Yep, 7
Yeah.
p.m. San Diego time. So
Now, see, we should probably just abolish time zones completely, and none of us would have this problem. How do you feel about that, Henry?
yes.
Yes. All right. There you have it, guys.
Abolish time zones. That's what the Dota casters have come up with.
We're going to find a new way to tell time in the UNC Esports Twitch channel. Our stream calendar will probably get a little bit more confusing for you, but I think it's going to be a lot easier for everybody involved.
This is a wild tangent that we've gone off on. Let's get back to Dota. So,
Hey, look, Dota, it goes from day to night, like every 5 minutes. I mean,
why don't we just do that here? Why don't we just call day and night every 5 minutes?
better than League when there's no day-night cycle. I mean,
true.
Oof.
Trash. Yeah, so we should be going into game shortly, and I wanted to note that last time we were streaming, we saw a couple changes on the roster, or like, not the roster, obviously the same 5 people playing the entire game, but we did see them changing up positions, trying different things, and I think from what I've heard, it's pretty solidified. I
is
think,
it now?
yeah, so Scott is going to be the one that's playing pause 3.
That makes
and
sense.
it's going to be Snow playing that mid hero. Snow, obviously, being a higher rank, is a lot more dependable on that mid position and is able to make a lot of gameplay.
Is Snow the one that we saw play Ember 2 weeks ago?
I believe so, yes.
I believe so.
Uh-huh.
I will say, shout out to you, Snow. I've been copying your Ember build like almost exactly, and I've gotten so many wins this week. It's been great. It's my favorite thing ever.
Yet you're still dropping in rank.
Hey, that's for all the games when I'm not playing Ember.
Then why don't you just always play Ember?
It's been fun. I mean, I really should. It's
Switching
just,
from OD to Ember?
yeah, it's just swapping that completely.
Understandable. That's like when I stopped playing Medusa mid and started playing Pause 1.
Wow.
And
What
then I
a-
dropped like 400 MMR. But yeah, so we're going to see Snow mid, Scott on the off lane, and
Pseudonym Phos 4, Brazel.
I
Phos
believe
5.
that's what's going to happen, but we obviously were able to talk to Fudge and Brazel last time.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
For the interview, and I think we got a little insight or maybe it was after that we learned about it, but they were reconsidering their lanes afterwards. I think the Shadow Demon that they had in the off lane could have been used in the safe lane to save Fudge a little bit, and so they noticed that, and so they're obviously thinking and considering things. So during the draft, if the draft says so, Suno and Brazel may possibly switch up their lanes.
It could
which is
happen.
definitely a possibility. They're open to that, and we'll see how it goes in the game.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty comfortable playing with each other. I think at least Pseudo, Brazel, and Fudge played with each other a bunch with support swapping, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that turned around. But on the other hand, San Diego's a mystery.
Yeah.
I got no clue. Other than they've beat a couple of other schools. Hey, good for them.
Yeah.
I'd love to know though. What do you think? What's still the meta? Because there's been no patches. So remind me.
What's still in the meta? Well, OD is very busted. I know personally that Fudge does not like OD, so I'm expecting it to be either number 1 or number 2 ban. Not very played. What I also think is very used a lot currently is Spirit Breaker, either as an offlane or a support. Could be a greedy support. We saw this last time, actually. Scott played it mid. So we definitely saw some Spirit Breaker action last time. But I definitely think we could possibly see it again. The Aghanim's Scepter and Shadowblade build is very popular right now. It's crazy. You get Bulldoze, and it's an insane ability, honestly. It decreases a lot of the stuns and a lot of the status resistance by half. So really good ability, really good hero right now. I'm expecting, honestly, a nerf to him somehow.
I think so.
In this next patch. But it's going to be interesting to see if he gets picked or banned during this match.
Probably. I mean, at some point.
I definitely think so.
You know what's interesting, though? The most played hero of mine, OD. One thing that's really bothered me, he's really busted right now, so everybody's playing him. But also, everybody's playing against him. So everybody's figured out how to not get absolutely murdered by OD. The last 3 games I've played against one, I've won. Because even though, obviously he's dominant in the lane, he's dominant in that first 15 minutes, people kind of figure it out. And you can start playing around him, and you farm faster than him. And he really falls off at some point if you play it right.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a big thing with OD is it's a lot of pick-off potential. So you find one person by themselves, you can pretty much pick them off with how much damage you're putting out with your Q, Arcane Orb, or no.
And the W, and the Q.
And Meteor Hammer, obviously.
And the R.
Yeah, all of them. But you can obviously do a lot of damage on a pick-off. But if the other team gangs up on you, 5-man rushes you, there's not much you can do.
There's not much you can do. Or if you just have the stuns to cover, because Meteor Hammer, you have to sit there and channel for 3 seconds.
So if you're trying to pick off one person in a team fight, but all the rest of the team is just whacking at you away, you're obviously giving up most of your life for one Meteor Hammer, so which might not even get a kill. And obviously BKB negates a lot of what
That's true.
OD is supposed to do. So once the enemy team gets that BKB timing, it's almost game over for OD a lot of the times. But yeah, OD, SD, I think another one I was going to say, what was it?
I couldn't tell you.
I know. I was thinking. It's a pause 4 I was thinking of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anybody know? Shoot out in the chat. Mark, you know?
Oh, I know what it was. Weaver. I've seen it. Okay.
Really?
I haven't seen it played well, especially in my games.
I have no idea
but
what
I'm
he's
pretty
talking
sure
about.
Weaver is a really good hero, especially at higher ranks. You go as a support. You go bugs, you go harass, and then you go Solar Crest Ags, and you're pretty much there just to save your carry whenever the time comes. So,
okay.
Really good laning stage with bugs, and and also really good late game because you can save your carries.
Yeah.
So
And still bugs. I mean,
yeah, and bugs. I don't think they
bugs.
scale actually, but
Oh,
they don't do like percentage
is it the
damage.
shard that lets it, like, it makes it reveal
Yeah,
invis
yeah.
units? That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, especially when you're playing against invis heroes or someone with like a
Yeah.
shadow blade or.
You know, something that confuses League players a lot when they play Dota is that you just buy invisibility. I mean, and it's like you can use it every 15 seconds, and you're invis like every 15 seconds. They're like, whoa, what's going on here? Really common in Dota.
Yeah,
Poor League
well,
players.
there's a lot of things that League players get confused about. League's a simple game. Dota's a lot more mastercraft kind of game.
Mastercraft.
So yeah, takes a lot more skill.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love League of Legends. I've played Nunu and Willem exclusively.
I think I play top. I only have the like 3 basic characters, like or 4, whatever ones you get at the beginning. So it's like whatever 2 top heroes you get, I play. I'm really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fencer lady. Yeah.
I don't know. Other than that, I don't really know what's like definitively the meta. Like carry heroes, I don't think there is a definitive meta right now. I think
No.
everyone's just like optimizing each hero. So I know Wraith King's really good because he can farm fast and come back from a bad lane.
That's
Luna's also really good at farming right now.
That's true.
Yeah, it's really whoever farms fastest and gets those first item timings that's doing really well right now. So, yeah.
And we'll see. It's also, I mean, I'll always say this, in the lower MMR ranges, lower brackets, it's about, the teams that are working together the best, who's most comfortable doing what. And I have faith in the Froggers. We've seen them pull out some pretty great teamwork. I don't know if we've seen them pull off a comeback. Have we?
I don't think last week we did not see them playing from
No.
behind at all. So
It's kind of stomps, but or just like middling. So we'll see if they get put into that position and how they react.
definitely. I don't even think from what I heard last week was close. So
Oh right.
yeah.
Hey.
So gonna be seeing interesting because obviously the way that from what I've seen UNC Froggers play style is they play super aggro. They go after kills whenever
Right.
they see. Oh shit! Their bug just fell out.
Oh my god. Is it dead?
I hope so.
You're gonna shut it. It's right here. So hello, you're here for the interview, of course.
Oh, he's still moving. Unless you breathe on him.
So let's hear, what's your favorite Dota hero, little guy? He's got to have an opinion. Oh. Third caster. Give him a mic, somebody. I'm really excited to see UNC Froggers play this game tonight. I just had to drop into the studio. I'm such a big fan. But it's time to go. Good luck.
And I think that is how we are all feeling about tonight's game. Thank you.
Can we please take a break? Let's go to a break.
We'll be right back with some Dota action shortly, and hopefully we'll get into the draft very soon. Don't click out of that browser because we'll be right back.
Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, and it looks like we are already a ways through the draft. A lot to unpack here.
A lot to unpack, absolutely.
Yeah, obviously. And so, yeah, so UNC Froggers is going to be at that top team, while UCSD Dota Team B is going to be on that bottom team. And what we're looking at is a Spirit Breaker, Disruptor, and Bounty Hunter for UNC Froggers, with a Shadow Demon, Ogre, and Sand King for UCSD. Now, do you think that's... we're both pretty sure that's a Bounty Hunter pause one, right?
I know, that's what I was just about to say. That is a Fudge classic, and I would not be surprised. I think Bounty Hunter is a really popular support and has been for a while, but actually, seeing that Earthshaker, I think it sets it that that's going to be a pause one.
Yeah, so pause one Bounty Hunter, and like I was talking about, that Spirit Breaker, obviously a really good hero, and we saw on the first week we saw Scott on it, so maybe a pause 3 Spirit Breaker and a pause 4 Earthshaker.
I mean, we saw it in position 2 before, but again, it was Scott playing it, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it in 3. I'm not surprised as well to see that UCSD picked up Sand King. You know, there's so much sand over there. They had to. It's their home hero, I bet.
Yeah. So.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? The sand.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
Right. Looking at some bans, we have some. Oh, we do have the first ban ODs, so obviously don't really want to play against that. But then also some pretty meta carries right now.
Is Monkey King? Is that meta pause 1?
I don't know if it's meta, but it's definitely annoying to play with, especially when you look at their UNC's off lane.
True.
It's a Spirit Breaker, Earthshaker off lane. The Monkey King can pretty much just zone people away, especially with a Spirit Breaker and an Earthshaker. But I have played against a Spirit Breaker Earthshaker off lane recently as pause 1. It's definitely an annoying lane to play into.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's going to be the Spirit Breaker charges in, and obviously you can't really a lot of the times stop that stun, and so it sets up very nicely for a Earthshaker fissure. Though with the gyro, if this is a pause 1 gyro like I'm thinking, he's going to be able to play a little back, so maybe able to get that save from the Shadow Demon, which is what Shadow Demon is probably going to have to do in lane a lot of the times.
Does pause 1 gyrocopter still build Ags as like a first item?
I don't think as a first item necessarily, but it's definitely something that you want to get on gyrocopter because it is so much damage that you're putting out. I think a lot of the times, if you're not going like first item Falcon Blade, you're probably going like Treads Mjolnir, or not Mjolnir,
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom, yes. So that is what we're gonna be probably seeing on what I expect to see on gyrocopter.
Now, what mids do you think is gonna come out here?
I really like the spirits here. I think
And all the spirits are still on the board.
yeah, definitely. I could see a good Storm Spirit game from Snow. I know he likes playing the Storm Spirit.
I think it totally zip into this team and just wreck it.
Yeah, but I could also see maybe a hard hitter like a Shadow Fiend.
Ooh.
A lot of different options that UNC can go with for their mid. Obviously, we could see Spirit Breaker mid again, though I don't know if that's exactly what they want to go with. It's looking, like I said,
right.
the Storm Spirit. I think that's one of Snow's classic heroes.
Okay.
And so very comfortable on that. And looks like Morphling coming out. Interesting, because I think the Earthshaker is going to... It's a pretty big nuke onto the Morphling, so if Morphling ever gets caught out by this
brutal,
Disruptor, Earthshaker, Spirit Breaker, it's going to be an interesting game for that Morphling. But obviously they had it in mind. It was almost an instant pick after they saw the Storm Spirit, so really comfortable in that pick, and it's looking like it's going to be... Ooh, I don't even know which is going to be pause 1. It's probably going to be pause 1 Gyro and a mid Morphling. That's what my bet is.
That sounds like a good bet. Now, so do you want to play a game with me?
Yes.
Which is, let's decide how we're going to say the other team's names.
Okay, so starting with Shadow Demon. Oh.
Jianba.
Yeah, Jianba.
Let's go with that.
Poopy?
Or just poop?
No, I think because it's capitalized.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
you
you're right.
It as
Poopy.
Poopy.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Then we have.
But wait, you have to appreciate. In brackets, he has Scrat.
That's amazing. All right. Then on Sand King we have Gickle. It's right. It's like nickel, but with a G. So Gickle.
No, okay.
Gickle.
Okay, Gickle.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Then we. Oh, I don't know.
But is it Geikel? It's my name's
No.
Michael.
Gickle.
Okay.
Do you spell M-I-C-K-E-L?
C-K-E-L?
No,
I
don't think
wish.
so. All right. I
Now
didn't
we've
have
lost
the-
the rest
yeah,
of them.
Gickle.
It's Gickle again.
I forgot who was. Oh, Inin. I think.
Inin. We're gonna go with Inin.
Yeah.
I-9.
Oh,
Like the highway. Come on, directed camera. Bring us to the other team so I can see what they are. Oh, override camera. Ooh. All right.
Oh, maybe it is Inin. Inin. Oh, we should have probably gotten this down before
I
the
know,
game
right?
started. I'm gonna go with Inin.
Inin. Okay. Like Ronin. Man, okay, I think they're going for first blood here, and with the Fisher, I think it's a great play. I wonder what Scott got first level. I bet it's the charge. You think, or the bash? All right, spacing them out.
Yeah, it's probably
completely.
charge. I think,
Oh.
especially in a gyro lane, you aren't going to utilize that bash too much. Now, if he did go, oh, excuse me, if he did go like Orb of Venom, he probably would want the bash. Actually, I don't even know if Orb of Venom, you might want charge as well. Looks like it's going to be just a trade for runes. With
Yeah, I think so.
UCSD taking UNC's runes and UNC taking UCSD's runes.
Yeah.
No one really wants.
No big chance on that gyro there. The Fisher was just... It was a little early, couldn't get it placed to trap him in any meaningful way. So yeah, just a trade, it looks like.
Actually, UNC is going to get 3 of the runes.
Big
so that's
play.
an extra 40 gold for them and 40 gold less for UCSD. And looks like Shadow Demon. Ooh, that's a lot of stacks.
Oh, Christ.
That might be... I'm not sure. Barely living.
Only 192, he survives.
Might have to use a salve for himself and fly out another one for the core. Oh, it's going to be a gyro mid and a Morphling safe lane. This is going to be interesting. Morphling definitely able to bully out the Spirit Breaker and the Earthshaker.
I think so. And it's a great lane for Poopy. When you're an Ogre Magi, not having to deal with a ranged support to duke it out with, I think the advantage might go to Ogre Magi.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting off lane. And also, ooh, that's a lot of damage going on Fudge.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this is going to be on.
I mean,
I think Fudge can do well in her lane. But I think a lot of it's going to be on Snow and how well he does in his lane against this Gyrocopter. Because obviously Gyrocopter is going to want to probably farm a lot more than the Storm is, especially if you play it like a build like a Pause 1.
I mean, look at this. Gickle is just, he's efficient. Already tripling Fudge's last hits here. What do you do as a bounty hunter who's going to come out of lane behind?
You pretty much just want to play as a bounty hunter and just go pretty much play aggressively. You're not going to farm like a typical Pause 1. You're going to play aggressively with the rest of your team. And Pseudonym getting out of a sticky situation, but you are going to play with your team and try and get kills with that track bonus, and also while you're stealing gold with Janata pretty much. So a lot less greedy and a lot more playing with team pretty much.
Holy smokes. I mean, look at this. Sand King is edging on having 10 more last hits. And I think Fairy Fire is doing the best he can to pull the Shadow Demon off of Fudge as well to give him an easier time, but it's still such a tough lane.
Yeah, and obviously Sand King is having a really good time in the off lane down bottom. But also, if we look at the mid, Storm Spirit has a lot more.
Yeah.
Almost double as much as.
All right, you were right. I mean,
yeah.
Hopefully it's going to be Snow can pull out this early game for them.
Yeah, and looking at this top lane, it's about even for the Spirit Breaker and the Morphlings, so it's looking pretty good right now. But yeah, Fudge is getting just absolutely bullied by the Sand King. Can't really approach because of the
Getting out some good damage there, but that's not kill potential, really. Wow, I was surprised by that Rocket Barrage there. That did a fair amount.
Yeah, it did a lot.
Just a little misplay there to be standing too far away from the friendly creeps by Snow. Oh. I was going to say something earlier. I can't for the life of me remember. But, oh, I was going to say, Mark, if you could do me the favor and move both of the team names a little bit outwards so that we can see all of the health bars and everything at the top. No? Okay. That is fine. Janba goes down. Janba. Janba goes down.
Kind of good equalizer for UNC, right? Because obviously getting that first blood gold really helps. Obviously it didn't go to Fudge as it was Brazel who got the last hit.
But the disruptor timing, I mean,
yeah,
when he hits his timing, it's crazy. I think Morphling's going to be trapped here. The Fisher, he's so low health, just a couple of hits. He's looking to get Pseudo-Nymph, wants to get some value out of his own death. In fact, he might survive.
If Scott can get another charge and maybe a bash. Oh, the bash.
17%, and he gets it.
That was perfect.
Well played by, what did we decide on? Einen? Einen. Okay,
yeah, we'll go with
well
that.
played by Einen there, trying to get some value out of that. But definitely sucked to be cut out between the two of those little bashers.
Yeah, exactly. That, like I said, it's a lot of setup for each team, or not for each team, but for UNC, and so that charge into the fissure, and obviously these bashes do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they do a whole lot. Pulling.
Pseudonym still in level 1 though.
Really?
Obviously, been bullying this ogre out of lane, but still very.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You need your
to
Shaker to have a couple of levels.
And obviously he didn't get any of the levels or progress from killing the morph because he was already dead, but still, it's pretty far behind.
By the way, somewhere in here, Fudge put in some work, caught up a little to grab some more last hits. But wow, this could be kill potential, but Sand King Gickle does not have the mana to pull off any abilities. Look like Brazil's been caught in the missile fire, and the rocket barrage is going to be enough to finish off that poor disruptor. Kicked him off his mount, and Snow is left to watch from the high ground.
Yeah, really unfortunate right there. And obviously that also leaves Fudge alone down bottom, which she does not want to be alone. The Sand King, having so much money and levels is now...
Oh, the Nether Strike, the level 6, but it's not going to be enough. He has the mana to switch over to the Strength. There's no way I9 goes down here.
He does not die here.
Even Ogre just going to body block a little, but I think getting under this tower is enough for him. Ooh, I got so hyped by that Nether Strike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's trying to go for it and try and make a play, but doesn't work out. It's going to be interesting to see if the Sand King and Shadow Fiend can make anything happen down here in the bottom lane. Obviously, with mana, has a lot of kill potential, especially against a bounty, but obviously getting pretty low right now and doesn't have any mana.
Oh, Morphling ult uses it to get that charge. What a well-placed fissure. What a well-placed fissure in charge. Puts him back over the barrier. He has to use an ability just to catch up. That was impressive.
Yeah, and Scott's doing really well right now. Obviously, he's losing farm to a Morphling, but that's understandable, right? Spirit Breaker doesn't farm necessarily as fast.
Wow. Do we see a jump here? Yep, the Soul Ring gives him enough mana, but oh! The call down saves what's-his-face, because Snow knows that if he stayed down there, he would get killed by that call down. Even if, I guess he decided it wouldn't be worth it to get the kills and die.
Yeah.
I don't know, would you take that?
I don't know. I probably...
I mean, it's a moment decision,
mid, so
yeah.
I don't really know, but Snow made the decision that it was worth more to save his life. Maybe he had a double damage. He got double damage rune, so
really?
obviously he's able to get back to life quicker.
What's that guy's name? Oh, this is the one we didn't see it.
Udachi.
Oh, enough to get the kill this time. Pull off just enough abilities under the tower with the DD rune. And that's a first kill onto this gyrocopter, Udachi. And a great lead maker for Snow. 60 last hits denies. If you don't mind, can we see the net worth on everybody? Not the current gold. And this is the opportunity for them to go in on Scott, but he's got enough health. He's just tanky enough. I bet he's got a couple of bracers in there. Stupendous. It's been an exciting top lane, honestly.
It has been, and obviously, looking at this bottom lane, the bounty hunter didn't have a good lane. He obviously has, I think, like last time I checked, 20 less last hits, but the Janata from bounty hunter is just bringing him back into this game.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the thing I didn't think you were saying. Sorry. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see that bounty hunter is up there, second on the net worth, even though it's not by much of a lead. And look at that, the rotation, call down, coming in. Fudge is trying to escape with the invisibility, and Snow coming in clutch, filling up the time of Jinba. He goes down and zipping in. Gyrocopter's not going to be able to get away safe. Man, Sand King ultimate, he's chasing it down all the way to the tier 2. What a charge by Snow. It leaves him with no mana left, but 4 heroes altogether is enough chase combined to finish up a devastating triple kill onto UCSD.
Yeah, so there's obviously that cliff ward from UNC, and it saw the rotation from Gyrocopter. Instantly, once they saw that rotation, Scott started charging the Gyrocopter, and it was just an unfair fight at that point. Just from the ward advantage alone. And obviously, we see this ward now going down.
You gotta fight for those
They
wards,
see it.
and Scott has enough damage to kill that poor position 5 Shadow Demon so quickly, almost on his own. And they are grabbing great farm for Fudge as Ogre goes down as well. He's farming that support line, and looks like this first 10 minutes is turning into a stomp. Udachi gonna die for a 3rd time with the Fisher and the rest taking him down.
Great setup right there. They're all jumping him, not at the same time, but staggering really well, and so sets up really well to get the kill. And oh my God!
How does wow?
has to morph to strength just to be able to
Survive.
not die to a 3rd hit from the bounty hunter.
You know, how is Snow keeping up the mana to keep doing these ganks? Is it that he has the supports picking up the bottle back at base?
I haven't seen it.
Can we look at Snow's items right now? I'm so curious. Top of the net worth. It could just be the soul ring.
I think it's partially the soul ring. I think he's also been picking up the mid runes as well as his own bounty runes. As we see here, he's going to get this DD mid, which is automatically 3 charges in his bottle. And it looks like UNC is going to be setting up for this T1 tower top. Might be looking for this Morphling in the jungle, seeing as the supports are not playing really behind him. But UCSD is going to go for a smoke play, though they probably won't find anyone. They're obviously circling the enemy's jungle, and
nobody's there.
Yeah, no one's there. So
can we see Gyrocopter's items? Yeah.
It looks like he is going for pretty much a what I'd say is more of a mid build. It's more of a magic build and trying to maximize call down, as well as I'm pretty sure Rocket Barrage is a magic.
I mean, yeah, at the beginning of the game when you're mid
magic.
and you're needed by your team to be around the map and be ganking, I could see building up some null talismans so you have the mana to use those heavy damage abilities, but it's not working against Snow.
Yeah, so definitely looking to see him get Kaya Sanj and see if they play around that. UNC is going to go for their own smoke play. Both the supports are level 6, and they're going to try and see if they can find anything mid, but it looks like UCSD is playing a little safer. UNC does get the smoke off.
Let's see that straight in under a tier 2 tower. Oh goodness. Sorry, I lost that. Call down right into the middle of the fight. Morphling picking up the backline, and all of a sudden, more than only half of UNC is down, and it looks like UCSD is on the offensive, chasing Fudge around. The invisibility manages to save her. It looked like they were... I got confused because Brazel, the disruptor, ulted into what looked like 4 UNC players. It looked like there's nobody inside of that.
He did recall the Sand King, and if we see here, the Sand King was stuck in there. So they were focusing the Sand King, trying to get him so he can't ult or stun anyone. But that was all they got, and they... Not only did they use Disruptor on that, but they also used Echo Slam on one person.
Did they really?
Yes, they only used it on that. I'm pretty sure it only got that Sand King. So 2 big ults to get a pause 3 isn't really that good of a trade.
No. And Snow trying his best in the backline as well. I think that's how they got the Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
But when the 2 supports go down in there for an unequal trade, it's not that great. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was awesome, by the way, Mark. Keep those previews coming. Live, reviews? What are they called?
Replays.
Replays.
Yeah,
yes. That was really cool.
Yeah. So we got to see there a little glimpse of how the fight went down. Really good job. And
And
that was
Morphling's up there with the 2 cores of UNC. I mean, that fight went really poorly for UNC, but
obviously.
really well for Morphling and Yudachi.
Yeah, it did go well for them, and the UNC still has a 4K golden lead, so they did make a little misplay with the smoke, but gonna see here that they still hold the lead. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely misplay with the smoke. You don't want to smoke into their like tier 2 tower.
yeah, and
15 minutes in.
they were all 5 there, so
Yeah.
it was really bad. But we're gonna see them try and go for something again. Pick up this DD rune mid and try and connect in the jungle with Fudge, but no one's going to be in the jungle yet again. It's going to be interesting to see if they go for this mid rotation to try and pick someone off, or if they just wait patiently up here on the high ground.
Yeah, it could be a better play just to try to push down this tier 2 tower right now. As I think Echo Slam is down. I would bet the Static Storm. Is that what it's called? Disruptor Ultimate?
Yes.
Yes. Huh. I'm doing really good today.
Storm Spirit.
But I think their 2 team fight ultimates are down, basically.
Looks like they do want a team fight right now. All their ults are up.
Oh,
but
okay.
so are they for UCSD, and so it's going to be interesting to see. They obviously gave up this top control, TP'd back to try and contest this mid take, but aren't going to find anyone in turn. Smokes on both teams. The offlane pretty much duo for UNC is going to smoke up, as well as
You know, I'm trying to look up Sand King's ability, but it keeps doing sanding abilities, and so it's pulling me up with like mechanical tools. It's really great.
UCSD trying to set up around this mid T1. It's going to be interesting to see. They're obviously going to, it looks like they're going to take the mid T1, but are they going to rotate in time to contest this T2 top? Or are they just going to push the T2 mid themselves?
Yeah, I think they've got a solid opportunity. Yeah, go for the bottom tier 2. Yeah, UNC is too separated out. I don't know what they're doing. Seem to be not making a decision.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're trying to kite. I mean, they're not trying to kite. They're trying to smoke up and make plays happen. Trying to invade UCSD's area and jungle, but finding no one at all. It's UCSD is playing a really good kiting game and not letting the getting found by UNC's invades.
You know, I wonder if this is what high MMR matches look like, where, you know, this whole concept of you ward either the top or bottom, and you keep control of that jungle.
UNC already getting a T2 top.
Oh yeah,
so
they finished that one
I don't know
off.
how well this evading necessarily is going, because it's looking like UNC is winning in the.
Yeah, I don't know why San
game.
Diego didn't go into that tower. And look at that, Yudachi caught out. Fudge in the perfect position, but the epicenter turns it around. Fudge is at a sliver of health trying to escape. The Scottish one finishing off Yudachi, and Snow with this just coming out of nowhere off the screen, but decides it's not worth it because you know what? The rest of his team is dead. Brazil TP'd out at some point in there, but what an epicenter by Gickel or Geikel. Saving his team and leading them to a really successful fight that finally puts Morphling on the top of the net worth.
Yeah, that was a really good fight for. It obviously didn't look like a good fight for. Oh,
Jesus!
He almost went down.
So close. Morphling morphed into Snow. Turn it back around on him. Holy smokes, I didn't even get to see the health bar there as it went down.
Yeah, sliver of health, and obviously switching instantly to strength was able to live. Hopefully we can get a replay of what just happened. I'm so
because that was
amazed.
like
that was
the play of a
insane.
lifetime for Einen.
Oh, we're getting this replay. Yeah, so really good bait.
Okay.
Sand King gets the stun off, gets it on 2 with the big epicenter.
The epicenter and the call down into that area was huge. And then Disruptor commits the Static Storm onto killing Gyrocopter. It's like,
I don't even think it was on Gyrocopter. I think he was trying to get it onto the Sand King, but the Sand King was just like already out of there. I think it was just a misplay. Oh, here we have this.
oh. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for that. Sorry, Mark.
But while we were watching the replay, it does look like we missed another kill onto the Gyrocopter. Though this time it was unreciprocated. There was no follow-up. The Gyro was playing into UNC's vision top by himself and paid the price for it. He died, and
that poor guy needs a BKB.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing without it.
Obviously with the Kai Sanj, it does give some status resistance, but obviously not enough to survive the combined killing potential of UNC's heroes. So
I'm really liking Gickle though. I think Sand King's really strong.
yeah,
right
it's really strong into the comp that UNC is playing. I would say, yeah, I mean, he just gets the jump first with this blink. Burrow Strike does a lot of nuking damage with the epicenter, and now he has a Eul's too for saving himself. So
let's see, Scottish One getting an early engage onto Gyrocopter. Oh, the Nether Strike and the homing missile is going to stop Scottish One. And look at that, the epicenter being charged up. He's trying to find the opportunity, but he gets silenced out there back in the middle. I think Udachi's going down off to the side of the Static Storm. Morphling coming in, taking out somebody, and it's the cleanup. Did the epicenter ever get used?
No, the epicenter didn't get used. I think it was waiting for a perfect time and just didn't get it.
Oh goodness, we lost it. He finally used it. They take out the Scottish One, and they found Fudge. Not going to be able to escape. Managed to avoid the epicenter, but it's 3v1. That was kind of nice. Got Jianba. But Jesus Christ. I think he was baiting the epicenter that whole time, and then they ended up using like Orchid on him. They used something else on him.
Oh, I think he did use the epicenter
At the end.
I was thinking of Echo Slam.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, okay. I haven't even been watching for Echo Slams. I mean, no offense to Pseudo, but he's been really low impact.
Yeah, he hasn't really gotten those big Echo Slams that are really important on this hero. I mean, that's why a lot of the times why you play the Earthshaker is because of the big team fight with Echo Slam. And he didn't even get it off that last time, but the other times he has gotten it off, I've only seen him get it off onto one person. So kind of defeats the point of Echo Slam when you're only getting one person because it is a team fight also.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to get Echo Slams onto this lineup in particular. I mean, Shadow Demon and Ogre both kite like team fights, you know, they just kind of stay on the outs.
Yep.
And then Morphling and Sand King with the blink and the Burrow Strike. I mean, there's so much movement between them. I guess there's no way for him to have a whole lot of impact.
I'm really interested in what items Fudge has. Can we get BKB coming out, so obviously that's one item.
Figure that one out.
Something Yasha.
Or as I'd like to call it, Sasha. Oh, he must have heard us talking about the Echo Slam because he decided to do one of the most low damage Echo Slams I've ever seen. Throwing away his life, Pseudo just feeds the enemy team a little bit more.
I don't know what the call was there because obviously Fudge got jumped and was able to make it out.
Can we see the level on that Earthshaker?
I think he was a level 11.
Is that a level 1 Echo Slam that he was just like, I'm going to get their entire team with? Like,
yeah, it is.
All right.
Oh, level 10, so level 1 Echo Slam.
Poor Pseudo.
Yeah, just does not do the amount. Maybe he was thinking that he could nuke the Morphling enough, but I think the Morphling was morphed into morphed into Bounty Hunter, so
Yeah, didn't
wasn't
really
as
didn't
squishy
really
as
go well.
expected.
But look at that. I think it'll probably go. Do you think it'll go on a Morphling or Gyro? Oh,
100%
Morphling.
the Morphling.
Yep.
At this point, Gyro's kind of indispensable. He throws down Call Down, and that's about it. It's more the Sand King.
Did you mean he's dispensable?
Yeah,
Yes.
dispensable.
Okay.
Yeah. He is dispensable at the moment.
I mean, he's below the net worth of Sand King by like 1,500 and behind Morphling by 5,000, 6,000.
So at the moment, I don't think UNC's comp is really working. It's a kind of group up and run at people. You look at this.
I mean, I don't know.
May get the solo kill here. Yeah,
Oh, good for her.
Solo kill. But UNC's team is a lot about grouping up and running at people. And so far, UCSD has been playing a really good game that they aren't allowing UNC to run at them pretty much. And so now UNC doesn't really know what to do. I mean, you look at their lineup. They have Spirit Breaker, Bounty Hunter, and Storm Spirit. All heroes who want to. They don't really farm. They just run at people. And yeah, again, UCSD playing together, playing the right sides of the map. Just don't let them do that. And UNC is now at a disadvantage by 3K gold, even though we saw them earlier applying a lot of pressure, getting the first T2 and taking the early lead.
Yeah, they're definitely on the back foot right now, and they're getting put into that position we were talking about before the game where they're going to have to make a little bit of a comeback. It's not a massive comeback, but they need to win like 2 fights in a row or something, equal it out, and
now with Morphling on with the Aegis, it's going to be even harder to do, and so it's pretty much 3 team fights with that Aegis on the Morphling, as long as they actually use it and it doesn't run out.
I mean, Dota's very much a game of objectives, though, and right now, Radiant is doing their best to defend their objectives by cutting the waves in the bottom and middle, trying to take out that tower. But look at that. I was looking at the map and just missed Ionine taking out Pseudonym so quickly. They have to teleport back to defend that top tower. And they can just hide behind the Morphling. Someone's got a Lotus Orb, or maybe I was just seeing the Fire Shield. I was just seeing the Fire Shield. Yep. Is that the Ags on Ogre? Or is it Shard?
I think it's Shard, yeah. The Ags is the unrefined Fire Blast, which is the added stun. Yeah, and so playing behind this Morph, it's really strong. You have the Ogre to, or not the Ogre, but the Sand King to jump in.
At some point, I think we got zoomed in, didn't we? Okay, look at that. Sand King, total misplay, winning too quickly, gets taken out by Scott. The Ags, the Echo Slam into the Static Storm. Nobody's going to be able to get away. Helicopter's done for. Their entire team is gone, wiped off the map. Morphling stuck at the Ancient. I think he might still have Aegis, but they are going to take that time to whittle away his health. Look at that.
That was an excellent team combo, and wow, the
Jesus Christ.
The
pull.
Excellent pull by Snow, seeing that opportunity, and then the Echo Slam to follow it. That is the Echo Slam that we need to see this entire game.
That was
and let's
massive.
Get an instant replay of what just happened. Snow jumping in, getting 3 of them, and perfectly the Echo Slam right there, whittling away everyone's health.
The Static Storm, the Fisher.
They had nothing to do. That's the kind of setup that we needed, and what UNC is capable of. Their team lineup, that's exactly what we needed.
Yep. Waiting on the Ags to make it, I think it's the Electric Vortex that, oh my lord, that was perfect.
Misfisher, but he is going to be able to set up the team. Not really going far, but he's going to have that Lotus on him. Pretty much just warding anyone else away.
The nice thing is for Storm Spirit now is that none of his abilities are target other than the Orchid. So, he doesn't have to worry about the Lotus Orb as much.
Ooh, is this going to be another kill? Oh.
Oh.
Double bash.
Christ.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, Fudge playing with a Skull Basher now. Unless it was an Abyssal. She could have an Abyssal. Obviously, top net worth, 17k gold.
Look at that. I don't know if Sand King's going to be able to save Udachi here, but they're going to try valiantly. Morphling out of nowhere, leaving Snow trying to get away from this homing missile. Look at that. I think it was the shard on the homing missile. Let's do a rocket barrage, and that's what finished off Snow. And Udachi now chasing valiantly. The double stun. Oh, no, they didn't even see Fudge there. That was an accident, but still well played. Catching up Brazel. It's an equal game here. These fights can go either way. And they just managed to pick off UNC piece by piece there.
Yeah, I think what's really important to show on UCSD is that someone can be playing out of position. They have the ability to save them and to pretty much counter a fight. Obviously, Gyro was caught out there, but Shadow Demon was right behind him, able to save him, and was able to turn the fight. Sand King came in, got a nice, I think, 3-man stun.
That was very nice.
Now they're taking this time to pretty much turn it and possibly take a set of racks here.
Yep, they can't fight this without Snow. It's just 8 seconds, and I think they're going to be able to get the 2 barracks in that time.
1 second left. It's going to be interesting to see if they go for this. It looks like they're going to smoke out, though UNC is going to maybe try and go for something right here.
And that middle barrack goes down. Look at that. The call down, the Static Storm catches out a whole lot of San Diego. And Snow is able to go in there, get a kill onto the Gyrocopter. Only Disruptor is dead. Scott running away. They're covering the retreat. But altogether, it is a victory for UC San Diego here because they got those middle barracks. They only lost to Dachi, who would, let's face it, he's been dying all game. Who cares about him? Not looking super great. Oh, look at that. Fisher? But I don't think they're going to follow that up. Oh, maybe they are.
Pseudo might be getting caught out of position here, and he does.
Yes, he does.
That's a dieback on the Earthshaker.
Is it really?
And he didn't even use Echo Slam.
Oh.
Really interesting. None of UNC was playing out of their base, and Pseudonym goes for the Fissure play and just gets caught out pretty much. Gets the Sand King in the Fissure, but obviously Sand King with the Blink Burrow Strike is able to get that stun off from long distances away, and so Pseudonym's just not able to get away. Interesting choice of play right there.
And
it's been a miscommunication.
It's staggering for them as well. I mean, UNC, they really do need their Echo Slam boy. They can't really start a fight without him.
Yeah. Very interesting play there.
Very interesting.
Yeah, might come back and hurt them in the long run.
For sure. Fudge, looking for a kill. I mean, I think the Morphling has, like, BKB. I think it's not that hard for Einen to escape any sort of initiation on him.
It's about escape. I think you could easily counter.
Yeah, he could turn.
Obviously, without Dust, it would be hard, but let's see if Fudge gets caught out here. Obviously, UCSD circling where they saw Fudge, and doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anyone as they invade UNC's triangle.
Yeah, even using the scan to try to catch out Fudge, but got away just in time. And now it looks like they're ramping up to go for another Rax, even without Aegis. Which, I mean, they didn't have Aegis for their last one either.
It'll be interesting to see if UNC is able to pull off a similar fight with no catching out.
You'll notice they're staying much more separated now.
Yeah.
They don't want to get all caught like that again.
They do get the tower, but
They
it doesn't
did.
look like they're... I mean, it was already on a sliver of health, so that's understandable, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to push any of the... or get any of the barracks. and they're just going to choose to retreat. And it doesn't look like Roche is up, so going to be interesting to see if UCSD go for this and how UNC is going to try and counter this. If they're going to try and counter. It does look like they're going to smoke up. Maybe they have an inkling that they're going for Roche. A lot of burst damage, so if they know that they're in this Roche, they can get it.
Yeah, I think it's an easy Roche. Oh, but look, Sand King might get killed before he's able to use the epicenter. That's huge for UNC's potential here. Oh, goodness. The fight's going some way. I couldn't even tell yet. Buybacks coming out. It looks like 3 were dead for San Diego, but now they're going to try to teleport into that outpost while Morphling and Udachi putting in so much damage onto Scott. Fudge hesitating to go in. They had the vision onto Fudge, the homing missile. Oh goodness. I think they're going to go for Brazel instead here. It's the easier kill. And that's that. Snow getting the electric vortex onto 3 of them, but you know what? He's not going to be able to survive. He has to back out. So little mana. If Udachi... Oh, the stun. It's an ultra for I9. This could be it for UNC as Fudge is walking away, and it's a rampage. 6-kill rampage? Wait, they're all buying back. 3 are alive again, leaving an opportunity for an 8-kill rampage or a 9. Jesus Christ.
Oh, huge Echo Slam, and he's going to go down the lockdown and setup from UNC. They're going to be able to clean it up, and buybacks from both teams, and it looks like UNC, do they come out ahead? They obviously don't get the buyback onto Morph or Gyrocopter, but the buybacks and diebacks from both the supports and the off lane are what's going to seal the deal for this team fight, and UNC...
Did they?
UCSD didn't even get Roche. So UNC is going to be able to clean up this Roche possibly. And this might be a turnaround. Obviously a less than 1K gold difference. This is a really close game now. UNC obviously able to turn that fight. UCSD pushing a little too far and aggressive. Maybe should have turned back and gone for the Roche. Giving the opportunity for UNC to make a comeback in this game. Wow, what a game.
Holy crap. I mean, it's 3 diebacks.
Yeah. Well,
for
no,
San Diego,
there was
right?
5. 'Cause there was also 2 on UNC team. So 3 on UCSD. Because obviously the Sand King was caught out of position really early into that fight. And he instantly bought back. This is going to be the fight here. They're obviously going to catch out Fudge and Scott. But we're going to see 2 buybacks, both from Snow and Fudge. And obviously...
It's that same combo with the electric vortex into the Echo Slam.
And Shadow Demon just not able to get the save off. Wasn't able to get there in time. Probably should have not backed so quickly, but maybe didn't want to get caught out himself, and so was trying to back, but then ended up getting caught anyways. So
I can't believe that. I mean, I was saying this could be it for UNC, and then they turned it around.
Yeah, really great recognition that they were able to turn that around. But now, obviously, looking at where they are on the map, they have to play defense now, just because of the kind of pressure that UCSD applies and the way that the lanes are set up. And vision, too. I mean, UNC has been playing defense for so long that they don't have any vision on the enemy side team. But UCSD does have the vision, giving them intel about where UNC is playing.
I mean, they've been playing on defense for so long that they're just now picking up some of their tier 3 neutral items.
Yeah,
they just
crazy.
got, like, the Mind Breaker. But all right, I mean,
possibly going for a smoke play here. Looks like, yeah, it's gonna go. They're going for a smoke play.
And I mean, any fight that UCSD wins at this point, you know, in the next 5 to 6 minutes, if they win, that's game.
Yeah, because there might be 1 buyback I think I saw on UNC. Either that or no buybacks. While UCSD is sitting on 2 possible buybacks, so interesting to see. But UNC is playing so far back that this smoke isn't going to find anyone.
Oh, goodness.
Almost gets caught out there. Didn't know they were smoked up and runs right into the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon wasn't able to react in time and wasn't able to.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Mark, if you could do me a favor, change that net worth bar into the buyback availability bar. Buyback status.
I. Yeah.
Yes, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, so like I was saying, no buybacks on UNC's side.
Wow.
While it is going to be 2 buybacks on UCSD's side. And we're going to see a smoke with UNC. They're going to try and find someone. But again, UCSD is just nowhere to be found. Nowhere close. And
I mean, isn't it better for UCSD to try to find a favorable fight now? Or do you think they're maybe waiting on some item?
we are going to see Satanic coming out from Morphling sometime soon.
That could be really important.
That could be really big. Ooh, they might get. Oh, Morphling almost went up to that high ground and almost got caught out. Might have seen someone. I think I saw a ping there. Does look like Shadow Demon might be pinging.
Oh man, it's just
close. They're like right next to each other. UNC looking like they're pulling out of the high ground just as UCSD goes up onto it.
Okay, they find the moment. Udachi gets blown up absolutely, but Morphling into the back line. The Static Storm stops him. Morphling goes down. That spills the end for Gickle as well. And Soho trying to finish off the Shadow Demon. This is a huge opportunity for UNC. Just finding the perfect split in that fight. To Static Storm, Morphling not allowing to get anything done. Ogre dead as well. Did Udachi? Did he buy back?
Yeah, he did buy back. So, obviously now the only surviving member of UCSD, though he did use buyback. And so the only person with buyback now is Morphling. And so this is going to be a really hard defense for them. I'm expecting at least 2, yeah, probably 2 racks, just because I don't know how well Gyro actually, it might be 1 if Morphling buys back and Gyro decides to like call down. But it doesn't look like that. They might even.
Are they going to go for
looks
the
like
finish?
They're going for the end right here.
I'd be really surprised if they can do
Morphling
this.
they do force out the buyback, so they are going to decide to back out now.
I think it might have been. I mean, if they had gone for the other racks, do you think Morphling still would have just bought back?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. You
It's
know.
hypothetical. But what I think is interesting to note there, in that last team fight, I don't think we'll get a replay of it, but the one who got jumped was Earthshaker, right?
Yeah,
Earthshaker
right.
does not die. He got jumped. Oh, this might be bad.
Jesus,
This is
yep.
bad. This is game ending right here.
Yep, absolutely game ending. Morphling died back. The Epicenter is doing nothing to Fudge, who has a BKB. Even Pseudonymph has a BKB at this point, as they use that spell immunity to rip UCSD to shreds. Udachi is not scary at all. He deals no damage. He's been behind this entire game, and you know what? That is shown by him standing around in the fountain as his team is falling apart. But you know what? Was that a buyback? No, that was not a buyback from Gickle. He'd survived, managed to push away Pseudonymph, but they have to back out. They decide it's not worth it. Okay. Okay.
I think they're all a little bit low on both health and mana, and so it might just be a kind of regroup, regain some health, and pretty much just farm some items. Obviously, they did get the dieback on the Morphling, which is really good. This Morphling is now having a really bad game, getting picked off back-to-back pretty much.
And now they're up 16k gold as well.
Yeah, this is a huge turnaround from UNC. And obviously, before this game, you were talking about how we haven't seen UNC playing from a deficit. This is what they play like from a deficit. They were obviously... They might have been playing pretty well in the beginning, getting that T2 aggression very early on. But obviously, UCSD was getting those early game fights and winning those fights pretty handily. But now it's UNC who's playing really well with the setup that they're getting. And as I was talking about earlier, Earthshaker was the one who got gone on by both Sand King and Morphling, right? He didn't die. He survived, got the Echo off, and was able to set up the stuns and the team fight and the damage to pretty much lock down the Morphling and the Sand King to allow his team to kill the Gyro and then rotate and help him out with those two people. It was beautiful. Very unfortunate that UCSD wasn't able to get the kill early enough, but was good for UNC.
Really was. Do you mind? Can we see the items on Morphling? That watery guy.
Yeah, buyback and those two deaths really hurt him in net worth wise. He had 4,500 gold before dying the first time.
And I bet his buyback is like 4,000, do you think? 3,000, 2,000?
Probably something in that range.
Yeah.
Level 26, highest level, and probably net worth on his team.
Oh, I think he's just hitting the
top
creeps.
That is interesting because now UNC is going to be playing without their Spirit Breaker, who did go top.
I bet and they see that as an opportunity.
Yeah, so UCSD is going to go in, jump the Earthshaker.
The Echo Slam is able to turn it back around onto the Sand King. Morphling in the back line, though. Able to kill Disruptor. He buys back. How many cooldowns is this? What just happened?
That's the level 25 talent. It's triple.
Really? Is it like a charges? Jesus Christ.
Oh. Barely got away from that one.
There was only one death in that entire fight, and immediately he buys back. With a lot of damage dealt on both sides, but I guess everyone's really tanky at this point.
Really good jump from UCSD. Able to get that Earthshaker again, but this time Morphling was able to click the BKB, predicted the Echo Slam, didn't take any damage from it, and they didn't even kill the... I don't think they killed... Yeah, they didn't kill the Disruptor. Or not the Disruptor, the Shadow Demon with that Echo Slam. So really well played by UCSD at this point. But again, they only killed one person who did have buyback, and so aren't able to apply any pressure or get any objectives off of this. Which is really interesting.
Yeah, I think, they're just going to wait for those BKBs to start another fight. And Roche is up in just a minute or so. Look at this. The smoke. They're looking to catch someone out. The Shadow Demon is not the best person to catch out right from the start, but you know what? They'll take what they can get. And it's one down for UCSD. The 3 strikes go down, but the Electric Vortex catching in San Diego. They're able to get the Ogre. Both supports are down, but look at that. The damage output from this Morphling. Scott is left alone by his 2 other cores because they cannot win this fight.
Okay, let's get out. I was scared that, but now they're going to get Roche. Oh, this is really bad. I think that UNC was able to... Were they able to get kills?
No.
I think so.
They got Shadow Demon.
Yeah, they got Shadow Demon and Ogre.
Oh, they both bought back.
Yeah, they both have buybacks on cooldown.
Yep.
The jump.
Too early. But he's able to get out. Okay.
But, is he going to try and go in again? This is...
the Static Storm. Okay, this is an opportunity to try to get this Morphling before this Aegis comes down. Who's going to get it?
The snatch from the Morphling. And a big stun.
The epicenter, the 3 call downs. It looks like everybody's going down. 3 buybacks from UNC because this is the last chance for them. Aegis gets popped. Scottish one, I think he might have already used the buyback. He's not going to come back. So now it's a 4v5 and no Aegis. What?
That was an interesting fight. The Storm Spirit made the right call, got in there in time, but it was used by the Sand King and wasn't able to grab the Aegis, and as the Morphling got unstunned, I believe, was able to pick up the Aegis and pretty much man-fight that during that time. And
look at the effect of 4 buybacks, shooting down their 20k gold lead to 5. Okay, look at this. They're just chasing them back. I'm really curious about this fight in the live feed, though, because it looks like it's important. Oh, wow. They managed to get 2 kills onto the support line. This, even though, I'm so sorry, Mark. I appreciated the replay, but it was kind of important.
Yeah, so I think what they saw was the Morphling decided to TP back to push out the wave bottom, but in doing so left the rest of his team vulnerable, and while the rest of his team stayed to pretty much, I think, ward. They were caught out by UNC in that time, and now Ogre without buyback is dead for 80 seconds, and Sand King, he does have buyback, but he's also dead for 60 seconds, and probably doesn't want to use that going on the buyback.
I mean, it's not often that, like, you're seeing games where you're having these, like, absolutely massive buybacks and then diebacks, but then enough time is passing that we're seeing all these buybacks happening again and all these diebacks happening again. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. Someone needs to end this game.
Honestly. Now we are going to see the refresher shard on...
Morphling.
They got the cheese on Storm Spirit, though. I forgot to mention this earlier, but UCSD forgot the cheese in the Roche pit. Morphling just didn't have, I guess, not enough slots to pick it up.
Your main focus is Aegis, right?
Yeah, obviously, and the refresher shard, which is a big deal. But now they have the refresher shard on the Morphling rather than on someone like this Sand King or the Gyrocopter. Obviously, because that refresher BKB and refresher Satanic is really important in team fights, able to sustain that Morphling even during long engages. And are they going to go for a smoke play here? It looks like they might be grouping up to do so, though they are playing without their Ogre right now. Ogre
and keep in mind, this is a best of 3. We still have another game after this.
At least one more game, if not 2.
Oh man, this is really, really close, though.
I'd give this a. I'm more excited by this than a one-sided sweep, you know?
Yeah.
I'm definitely down to watch more Dota, so this is a lot more interesting than what we had 2 weeks ago,
right.
I'd say.
And you know, even though we're saying it's so close, I do want to reiterate, right now, if UNC loses a fight, it's game over. Absolutely.
Yeah, they have no buybacks on anyone. The closest one is 1 minute 40 seconds away on Brazel on that disruptor. So possibly if he gets caught out and doesn't drop like his ults during a fight or something, he might be able to buy back and come back. But it's going to be interesting. Looking like.
I mean, I've been wondering right now, like, what's the deal? Are you just going to wait out the next 7 minutes, get those tier 5s? But look at this. They're using a smoke here. I think someone just marked that they want to move into the triangle.
Which is exactly where UNC is not playing. So, going to be an invade here into a bunch of nothing.
Big play, big play.
And UNC doing a really good job of pushing out these side lanes. Morphling, obviously, with these illusions, is able to push out this one lane really well, the mid lane, but that's not the lane that they need to be pushing out necessarily, because they already do have, it's not mega creeps, it's
super creeps.
Super creeps,
big
yeah.
creeps.
I think it's super creeps.
Really?
That makes sense.
I thought it.
Right.
Did you spot the Storm Spirit trail going from like mid all the way to the bottom barracks of Dyer? He like went all the way across the map.
I mean, that's what he's supposed to do.
I know.
Right, to push
it was just kind of
UNC
funny.
making a smoke play now. It's their turn to play their aggression. It looks like they're going to mark the correct part of the map where UCSD is playing.
Good job, guys.
Oh, and it looks like they're going to catch out going for the Sand King right now. This is going to be important. If the Sand King isn't able to get away, he is Yules, though.
BKB, Udachi, he's going to survive. I think the Echo Slam, it's huge! Udachi goes down. Poopy's done for. Where'd the Morphling go? I think he's in the back line. He's got to save Big Gickle because he's still got the epicenter. Whoa, pseudonym. Okay, we get to see the fountain for a little bit. And you know what? that Morphling, I9 and Giggle, they managed to turn that fight around with the buyback from Udachi. But UNC also, they got away. Oh, I don't know if Fudge totally got away, though. The BKB's got to come out. Morphling, I'm not sure if he still is the BKB, but I think he still has the Refresher Shard, if anything. Oh, no. Disruptor Brazel is done for. Snow going to try to survive while Fudge just wiped away his, like, 4,000 health that he had.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate fight there. I think they stayed a little too long, lost the fight, and then Fudge just decided to stay around to poke at the enemy. I mean, I don't know what the thought was there. Maybe, like, oh, he died back, or he bought back, so maybe he'd be able to catch him out. But his team was there, and Morphling, obviously, with that morphed into Sand King, is able to get that stun off, or close that distance a little bit easier.
Bounty Hunter, I mean, you're playing Bounty Hunter at 60 minutes versus a Morphling.
Yeah.
I would pick Morphling wins that 9 times out of 10. Maybe 10 times out of 10.
Not necessarily the idea of trying to go for a base race.
I don't know if Pseudonymph wins this, but you know what? Enchant Totem deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's going for this.
Oh, in the meanwhile, Snowo and Brazel putting up an amazing fight. Morphling is really low. I think he's probably got the Satanic.
Going in again.
The Electric Vortex. Is that I9's dead? The buyback immediately, and you know what? That puts him in a perfect position to defend that Ancient. But wow.
Oh, they get the tower too. And then they fortify. Oh, that was such a misplay by them. Maybe they didn't even realize that it was a base race. Oh, that was not a good play. They waste the.
Ooh, Poopy got out as well. UCSD was not ready for this last 2 minutes of the game. They are fumbling.
What happened there? That was a misplay if I have ever seen one. They didn't. I don't even think they realized that the Earthshaker was hitting the base. I don't think I saw a ping or anything. No TPs, nothing. It was just purely we're hitting their base, they're hitting ours, and the Morphling just gets caught out. Pops Satanic, but there's nothing to hit because the Storm Spirit had already run away, and I guess there wasn't any creep waves. And just pretty much stays at low health without Satanic. The Storm goes in again, but he wasn't even the one trying to go for. He was pretty much distracting the rest of UCSD to give Scott enough time to ult and kill the Morphling, and that was a great play.
That was pretty amazing. And look at that. They're going to try to get this Roshan as fast as they possibly can. I don't think UCSD even knows.
I don't think they don't know, and they can't contest.
Yeah, they absolutely can't.
UNC with all their ultimates, just able to shred this Roche, and probably gonna put the Aegis on Bounty.
Nope, Aegis on.
Okay.
I mean, Bounty Hunter's been like the last one to die in all these fights.
Yeah, that is true. Snow just pretty much. I think a lot of the times he goes in, and sometimes he gets caught out, especially by the Yules.
And it's nice to get, like, mana refresh on the Storm Spirit in the middle of a fight.
Might just die,
right?
to get full mana again. That could be a play. Though I also saw, if we could check the Storm Spirit's items, I think he also picked up the Refresher, unless...
Nah.
No, okay. But he does have the cheese, so even after he dies with Aegis, he's going to be able to switch it out for that cheese.
Oh, yeah. I think this Storm Spirit is their, like, really big end game player.
Yeah, he really is.
Especially with the Scythe. That's how you kill Morphling. Oh, whoa. Big, scary homing missile.
Are they trying to ping-pong it back and forth? Because they obviously put the Lotus back onto the gyro
pretty
as well. So now it's UNC with the aggression. It's going to be...
Oh, tier 5s. We've hit 60 minutes.
We do have tier 5s, and obviously it doesn't look like UCSD is going to be able to make it out of their base to get any. Giant's Ring. Oh, that's really good. That's going to go on Scott, and that's a really good item on him.
Apex. Now, does that go on to
I think it goes
Storm?
on to
It goes on to Storm.
Yeah.
Ah. Wow. This
Oh,
is kind of wild.
This could be game-changing if UNC plays this right and doesn't allow UCSD to also get out and get their own Tier 5.
I'd love to see a Bloodthorn on Storm Spirit with all this added like right click with the Apex.
I don't know. I could see also him going like Aghanim's Blessing.
That's true.
To free up a slot and then possibly going for like a Shiva's. I think a Shiva's would be
really it would be strong. Oh, the Static Storm, but for whatever reason, Morphling's still able to pull out the BK. No, he wasn't. I totally saw that wrong. That's a huge pick onto I9. He doesn't have buyback. This could be it for UCSD. All right, the 3 calldowns used to save the rest of his team, but Snowo right into the middle. He has no fear, no reason to stop, even though his health is just draining from this rocket barrage. Oh, the Aegis gets popped. Udachi finally dealing so much damage. The epicenter not doing anything to the spell immune UNC. Fudge turned into the Fallen Sky. Scott wreaking havoc onto Janpa. He's down, but the buyback. Poopy's got a buyback as well. This is the final fight for them, and they don't have Morphling. Gyrocopter needs to deal enough damage onto both Bounty Hunter and Snow. And Fudge is so tanky. Scott taking on the face-on fight with John Bob because he knows that Gyrocopter is so focused on killing Fudge. He's able to turn back around, save Fudge from dying this one last time. The Vortex. There's no way that Udachi's able to make it out of this one, even with the Fire Shield. He's so big, but look at that, they kill his support Gickle, and Udachi finally goes down.
No, really low, playing a dangerous game. He does have BKB, and that looks like that's going to be all of UCSD, and now UNC is just going to go for the end. That's going to be GG. That's going to be game 1. Wow, 62-minute game finally coming to an end. Wow, that was an up and down roller coaster of a game. We are going to get back into position, and we're going to try and break down this mammoth of a game.
I'm not going to try to break it down. I've got no hope. Einin.
All right, so it's Einin.
Okay, that's good. I think we were going with that at the beginning, but I switched.
Nah, that was definitely cheesy.
I like 9. It's easier to say.
It is going to be Einin.
I want to take back everyone who I trashed on at any point in the game. I mean, early game, Pseudonymph was really far behind in level. Not a lot of impact. But as the game went on, he saved UNC at some point. I mean, of course, in conjunction with the rest of his teammates, but they made some absolutely massive plays with that Earthshaker and the Static Storm. I mean, Brazel, I know Disruptor is one of his big heroes, his main heroes, and he showed it in this game. Absolutely clutch Static Storms that were key in killing some of the UCSD cores.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, some of those misplays in the beginning obviously led to that. Well, yeah, some of them led to the roller coaster of a game that we saw. Very back and forth on net worth, on who was playing.
So holy crap, yeah.
I think they got 2 Aegises each, I want to say.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they got 2 Aegises each.
That was kind of
on
crazy.
each team. And so very back and forth game, but very exciting Dota. I honestly could have seen it going either side right there up until the end.
I mean, that's what's really exciting about Dota. I mean, those last like 30 minutes, I think UNC had they were averaging around 10 to 5K gold lead, but it still could have gone either way. It was just about who's going to play better Dota. Yep. And right at the end there, using that 60-minute, the Tier 5 timing, they had that extra push they needed. Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And Tier 5 timing, and they were able to catch that Morphling out right there at the end, playing just a little bit too far. Obviously, I think
that poor Morphling.
I think he was able to get saved from the Shadow Demon, but it still wasn't enough. He was on the Static Storm.
I saw Snow use BKB, and he's a blue guy as well as Morphling. Actually, yes, yeah. But so I was like, how did Einin? Did we settle on? Did the chat tell us? Einin, yes. I was like, Einin, how did he manage to use the BKB through the Static Storm? But he didn't, and he died.
Yeah.
and they lost the game. So,
Yeah, definitely interesting ending to the game there.
oh, it was crazy. Just super chaotic final base fight there.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think now. What are they going to have to change up for the next game? Because obviously they were playing really good Dota. They could have gone. It could have gone either way up until the end there, right?
Yep.
So what are they going to go back and say? This is what we need to change for next game, or are they
I
going to
mean-
play the same type of Dota and just hope that
Right.
in that situation it just goes their favor? They don't get caught out there, and
I was gonna say, like, I would love to see something different than Bounty Hunter, but you know what? They did win.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been easier if they had something else. But yeah, you're right. I think we see them just play the same Dota.
yeah, possibly a Ricky also.
Oh, possibly a Ricky. Maybe an Abaddon, you know?
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
know. One of those three, but we don't know which one. So
But wow. I mean, honestly, this could go to game 3. I would not be
I wouldn't be
surprised.
surprised if this went to
Yeah.
game 3 either. Maybe a third 60-minute game.
Oh. Let's just keep them coming, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I predicted this whole best of 3 would be 90 minutes, so we're already 2/3 of the way there.
I have stuff to study for, guys.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Oh my goodness.
Thursday. You don't.
No. Okay. Well, I think I personally need a break. I bet the viewers need a little bit of a break after watching that whole game, and I think the players are gonna want to get some water because it's tiring, guys. I cannot stress enough playing games like that and having to coordinate play after play, team fight after team fight. It's taxing.
Yeah. Me and Cheese actually recently played in a tournament this past Saturday.
Saturday.
It was
Yes.
Super Bowl Sundays. Yeah. So
Yes.
we played Sunday in our own amateur Dota tournament.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can speak from experience. It is very tiring to play. Best
We
of
weren't even
3.
talking at the end. Like game 3, we were just like silent. No.
Yeah, I think I was just cleaning up everything and.
That happens. That's how some of our best plays have come around. That one clip that we have where it was like the Kunkka Tide Hunter thing. I don't think you said a single word that whole game, and then all of a sudden you just perfect Tide Hunter ults, and we won the game. But
I was playing Tide Hunter.
I think you were playing Tide Hunter.
That first game? Wait, no, I played the. This is neither here.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna go into a quick break, real quick. Rest up, get the next game going shortly. So we'll be right back with some more exciting Dota.
Goodbye, guys.
And we are back with UNC versus UCSD Dota. And we're getting into the second game, ban pick phase. We're getting it from the beginning this time. We're going to see the OD ban on the Frogger side this
Tidehunter?
time. The same. Yeah, interesting bans from UCSD. They're not really like banning what they saw, more or less, but just maybe. And it's not even the same bans as last time. I don't think. It's gonna be.
Is Tidehunter like big?
He's pretty big, especially looking at UNC's kind of playstyle, the team fight, grouping up. Is going to be interesting ban, and UNC this time choosing to ban their own Spirit Breaker. I think we saw this the first week. They played the Spirit Breaker on Scott once. Maybe didn't like it as much or whatever. But then they didn't want the other team to play Spirit Breaker. So instead of just letting it go, they banned it and chose, we don't want to play this, but we don't want them to play it either. So we're going to ban it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, what Bronzel and Fudge said is that they're playing for fun, mostly. Yeah. So I can't imagine anything less fun than if they just picked, like, all the same heroes again.
Yeah.
So it's not too surprising, I guess.
I don't know, unless winning is fun.
I bet they can win with another set of heroes. Okay, I guess we'll have Poopy on the Ogre again, I bet.
Yeah, so UCSD obviously could go for the same, pretty much same team if they wanted to. Obviously didn't. Could have gone either way.
I'd like to see a better mid. I mean, honestly, I feel like if they picked a Spirit, it would have gone better for them.
That gyro didn't really do too much work there.
It's a weird pick.
But we are going to see the AA on UNC. I mean, this AA scares off the Morph pick, right? Because obviously
that's
Morph,
true.
You do not want to pick Morphling into AA. So if UCSD was looking to play the same comp, obviously Ogre Magi already picked from last game. If they were trying to play the same comp, obviously not able to go right here.
Can I ask, who knew that Ancient Apparition's hands were so damn big?
I did. What? Well, I mean, you have to hold those big things of Chilling Touch, right?
I guess so,
big
but
balls
like,
of Chilling Touch.
Jesus Christ, they're bigger than like him put together.
Yeah. Does look like we're getting the 5 and the 4 from UNC, obviously with that Clockwork pick coming out for their second pick. Pseudo is a pretty good Clockwork, I have to say. I've seen it a couple times, and I think Clockwork is really good in a lot of situations. I think last time we saw him playing it, and he was able to get a solo kill onto
he's pretty
remember
good.
he got a solo kill onto the Marana, obviously.
But, sorry to bring you off track again, but you know how you do that thing where, like, you touch your thumb and your finger, like, around your wrist? You're like, oh, can I do it? I think Ancient Apparition could do that around Clockwork's torso. His hands are
maybe
so
like
big.
A couple times over. I think his index finger alone could go around.
Jesus Christ.
Mars pick here onto
a bit more
UCSD, and I really like this Mars pick. If I was playing on their team, I'd be really happy with this Mars pick. Obviously, because with this Ancient Apparition Clockwork, there's no really. Obviously, you have Clockwork Hookshot to stun the Mars, but really no save for anyone who gets Speared in Arena, and no really disable to stop him from getting off his Arena or his Spear. So really good Mars game, I think, right here. Depending on what they go for their pause 1, UNC goes for their pause 1, though, Mars may get a free game. I think a Bounty Hunter or a Ricky may have a hard time against Mars, especially in lane. But if Fudge goes maybe a Luna, that may have a better game. I don't know if it necessarily bullies out the Mars. But it's going to be interesting to see what they go here. And obviously, with the bans of PL and Jug, I don't think they've been researching what Fudge plays too much. And we haven't seen that Bounty Hunter, Ricky, or Abaddon ban yet. But
It's such a weird thing. I don't know how she wins playing those heroes. You know?
I think it's like a refined craft sort of
I
thing.
guess so.
Like, just knows when to go which items and how to play the map. Because obviously with those heroes, they don't farm super fast like a Wraith King
No.
or a Luna, so they aren't playing their jungle. They're trying to play aggressive and going for kills, and so it's a lot of the times distinguishing who is able to be picked off and who's out of position. And I think Fudge, though she is maybe calling herself a washed-up immortal player,
Right.
definitely is able to read the map really well. And
Yep.
oftentimes, I think she's leading her team
Yep.
along with that.
We were playing this tournament on Sunday,
Mhm.
and we had someone who was higher MMR than we were, but they were kind of washed up,
Yeah.
and they played as our support, being the team captain, because even when you're a bit washed up and maybe your micro isn't as good, your macro, it kind of stays with you.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I think that's why Fudge is leading the team there, because she definitely knows when to go in, when to go out, when to smoke up, and file in.
Yeah, so we are going to see an Underlord pick.
I hate it.
Really? I
I-
think the cogs control from Clockwork is a really good setup for both Underlord and AA. They find someone in the hookshot cogs, and then they're able to AA blast them. They're able to Firestorm, Pit of Malice. And I think with the Pit of Malice, or Pit of Malice Firestorm, it's able to do a lot, because you can just place it inside of the
I guess so.
arena, right? You don't have to go through the arena walls to do damage with Underlord. Plus, the Atrophy Aura from Underlord is really, really good early game laning.
Like they're
phase.
kind of playing this focused area
Mhm.
thing, and really trying to control the fight. It really just depends on how they play well together.
Yeah. And now with this Bane pick, as probably their, I want to say pause 5, but honestly, this last game I would have also said the Ogre wasn't the pause 5, and he was.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they want to put this Ogre as pause 4 or pause 5, but honestly, if this Bane goes pause 5 and is laning against Clockwork, I think that's going to be a really tough lane for
Really?
the Clockwork. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially the way they were playing last game. Poopy, who was the pause 5, was playing really well on the Ogre, playing really aggressive, and I think he knew his strengths, and I think he can utilize that as well on the Bane. And we are going to see the Ricky come out as Fudge's hero, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know how. I don't think Ricky has a very good lane against Mars, and obviously without Janada and getting track kills, isn't going to be getting as much money or trying to as easily able to catch up as the
and it can be hard to pick off this backline. Bane has self-defense.
Yeah.
He keeps pepper spray with him, ready to pick off any little Rikis.
Honestly, and this safe lane for UNC is looking really bad to me right now. The AA plus the Ricky versus an Ogre and a Mars, that looks devastating right there. The Ogre slow and the stun set up into a Mars spear.
Oh, true.
There's
Holy
nothing
crap.
that AA can do to stop that, and Ricky could just lose like 75% of his health right there without much trade from AA, because he's going to throw out a Chilling Touch to slow, and
right.
that's about as much harass as he can do. This Mars with God's Rebuke Spear is going to be nuking Ricky, and Ricky isn't going to be able to approach lane. I really don't like this Ricky pick here. It's going to be interesting, and obviously we see the Quap from UCSD.
I know, right?
Yeah, so UCSD is going to pick up the co-op. Probably going to have a little bit more mobility than the gyrocopter, so maybe just trying to engage and disengage with that Queen of Pain a little bit easier. Plus, with the magical nukes, able to nuke someone really quickly.
Can I give you my guess for who they pick as their mid?
For Froggers?
Froggers.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I'm basing this off of the fact that Mars is there.
Mhm.
Now, do you know Mars is the god of war?
Yeah.
Now, do you know who kills the god of war? In God of War 3.
Oh, I do not.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they picked Kratos for their mid, all to counter this arena.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'd be really effective. I mean,
I could see it. But does he counter the Queen of... Does Kratos counter...
the Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain, yeah. He can counter the God of War, but can he counter the Queen of Pain? That's an interesting idea.
You know, if instead of picking Riki, they had picked, like, Kratos' son, like, from the new game, maybe they could have done it as a team, but you know what? Maybe you pointed out a solid weakness in this strategy. I don't know.
So... obviously, Storm Spirit not getting banned, so maybe UCSD isn't scared of the. Oh, I'm liking this Ricky you picked less and less. I really don't think Ricky does anything against PA. Underlord is probably gonna be able to bully the PA out of lane a little bit, but I mean that's a lot of the times that results in pushing the lane. Unless Scott can play the lane perfectly and manage to push out the PA without pushing the lane in as well, then that's really good. But if he's bullying the PA out of lane by like nuking the wave, right, with Firestorm, then that's going to end up pushing the wave into PA's tower, which then allows PA, if he's good, to pretty much free farm.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a hard time. Now we do have the mid pick for the UNC Froggers, and I hope this is a really good pick, right?
I know, right?
I honestly don't even know if the Storm Spirit would be good in this, because I don't really think that UCSD is going to be grouping up as much as last time. And obviously UNC doesn't have as much area disable, except with the AA blast. Go for the Wind Ranger. So
I think it might be because MKB or Maelstrom is just kind of like a more natural pickup for Wind, and that can counter the PA, but
I agree, but you could also go, like, say on a Storm Spirit, you could go Bloodthorn, and that would do true damage.
And grab, like, the Nullifier on Riki or something. I don't know.
Or even on Scott. I think we saw it the
that's
first
true.
week we saw Scott pick up the Nullifier on Spirit Breaker.
But you know what? We've questioned the Froggers plan before.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust it, I guess.
You're going with Froggers? Honestly, with this lineup and what we saw last game, it going either way, I think that UCSD has the lineup advantage here, both in laning phase and in the rest of the game. I think late game UCSD has it as well, and I honestly, I'm thinking we're going to get game 3 with this lineup just based off of this. Right?
That's not what I wanted to hear.
That's not what I'm sure. That's not what anyone wants to hear. I mean, maybe UCSD fans. But honestly, this lineup's not looking good for UNC. I'd say.
Okay. Do you think that's the UCSD like mascot in the background?
The Rats.
Is that really it? The Rats?
I mean, that's what their team name is, Trench Rats. We're the UNC Froggers.
But frogs aren't our.
They're the Trench Rats.
What is our mascot?
Oh, we're the Tar Heels. The Froggers. I mean, yeah, the Dota team is the Froggers. UNC's mascot is
a foot.
Tar Heels.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
The Pega.
We strongly support the protesters in Hong Kong and anywhere else where people are fighting for their own freedom.
Oh.
Like seriously, the Hong Kong people, they use that. I think it was like some bizarre explanation because they related it to just like America, and anything related to America is related to freedom. Yeah, right.
Oh, so.
The Hong Kong protesters would have like a bunch of pepper frogs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's like I try to pull it away from the whole like alt-right thing and just put it more into that kind of
I see.
realm.
No, what are the? I'm interested to see who's on what for. It does look like Bane is going to be.
Jamba.
He's looking like he's playing bot lane, but
30 seconds.
wasn't Poopy playing hard support last time?
Poopy was playing hard support last time.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see if they switch up the supports in which lane they're playing, or if they're going to make a switch. But are they not even going to go for any runes? Is this what I'm seeing?
Nobody wants bounty runes. That's a bona fide fact.
The battle begins.
Looks they're going to UNC missing an opportunity to get an extra bounty rune just because they didn't go scout it out. Interesting. But yeah, I guess they respected the jungle invade from the other team, and so didn't want to play necessarily that top part. Oh, Pseudo
Already
to run at this Bane. The Bane does have
a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, you predicted it was going to be a rougher lane for Clock than it would be for Bane. I guess we'll see how it plays out. Bane has 6 tangos ready to.
This already has brain sap back up, and so if Pseudonym shows again, he's just gonna get brain sapped. And look at this. I mean, yeah, you get run at, right? But he just has brain sap and gets the better trade in this situation.
I think so. Does brain sap drain mana and health, or is it just mana?
I think it's just health.
Health. Oh, okay.
But it's like I think it also it does some other stuff.
Man, it's been such a long time since I like played safe
yeah, so
lane.
look at this aggression. Fudge and Brazel are not able to put any kind of aggression onto this off lane, and the off lane just has the ability to do whatever they want. And Fudge is already down to half health, but is really getting pressured in that lane. Doesn't even have any CS. Got their first CS right now. So really tough lane that top lane is going to be. I don't know if they necessarily thought it out too well.
Nah.
Already.
Ooh,
First blood.
Wow.
Going down in that bot lane.
Inen is just he's feeling good. He's feeling like he's a Morphling who can just waveform around and.
Is this what I'm seeing?
What? Did he really rush Ring of Health? Wait, who?
Inen.
Inen. Okay, let's see Inen's items.
Yeah. Already has that Ring of Health off of that first blood kill.
What a god.
That's really good, especially in this Underlord lane. Like, Underlord is all about poke damage, but if you already have that sustain in the Ring of Health, that's really good.
That's actually kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting that. He's able to survive the harass, and he's going it again onto Pseudo. He's trying to deal more and more damage. And, you know, it's also nice when you're playing PA. You can use those daggers to get last hits if you need to. But you know what? He doesn't need to play far away. He'll get those denies.
Yeah, it's really surprising that not only is he able to put on this aggression and get that first blood, but look, he's also top of the, top of the last hits.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, this is real. Like I said at the very beginning, very tough lanes, bad matchups for UNC in the laning phase, and I don't. Honestly,
I mean, yeah, we're watching a bad matchup right there.
Yeah, not only there, but I mean, look at this Bane. This Bane is bullying the clockwork out, not able to do anything in this lane. Oh, is this?
Wow.
Please don't let it be a solo kill. I mean,
no.
Look, Poopy doesn't even have any, hasn't even lost any health.
What a turd. God.
It's just Brazel running away, and this is bad.
Man, You can do it, Fudge. You can deal damage. No, he can't. 9 to 20. Oh,
That's gonna be another kill. What a perfect spear.
beautiful spear. And he pulls out the clarity. Nice cancel by Fudge. I was like, that's a little bit of confidence there.
Clarity. I think that was a
Oh, was it a salve?
salve.
Yeah, it was. Oh, man. Phantom Assassin has 900. I think they're getting the wand, but they could finish that Ring of Perseverance.
Yeah.
Or they might go for like the broadsword or whatever it is.
Just the right clicks alone from this Mars is like really a lot of harass. And
Ooh.
this mid matchup looking like it's going even. Snow might be a little bit down on XP. But again, it's pretty even right now.
It really is. They'll both just be picking up the water runes, maybe the bounty runes, and just healing up. I think they both buy bottle as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This might be another kill for Einen. Oh, Pseudonym. He's got nothing to get away. Scott can't deal any damage either. In fact, he may have just screwed himself over, getting blocked by the creeps. And the dagger slow is substantial. He's down so much health, and another dagger into his big sluggish body. It's a double for Einen on a killing spree 5 minutes into the game.
That's crazy. PA was a really good last pick from them, and this is going to be another kill in the top lane.
Jesus Christ. Chicks of the trade. Why? What was that going to do? But okay. I think I might have regret picking the Froggers.
Yeah. I do not see how they come back from this, mostly because by the time that UNC gets their first items, I mean, I don't even know what items they get. Obviously, Wind with a Maelstrom gets pretty strong.
I don't know what Fudge is going to do.
Fudge.
I mean, Diffusal and just try to catch up with some snowballing, you know, kills and such, but
Yeah.
even then, it's sketchy. She's
Nice
got to
dodge
use
there.
the leap to get last hits in
Yeah.
this lane.
That's gonna suck right there. It's gonna be really bad. Obviously, a really nice pull there, and I mean, Pseudonym's down 2 levels from the Bane, not even
That's
from
terrible.
anyone else. It's purely from the Bane, and again, it might just come down to Snow this time. Obviously, Snow isn't in the lead this game. Is going even. Is that gonna be a
Finally
call?
getting an opportunity here, but even then, 2 levels down, Clockwork can't find a way to deal enough damage through the Rain Sap. That was really kind of sad to watch.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, like I said, the Brain Sap is just such a good tool for trading.
Dire's middle tower is under
That.
attack.
All right,
Enemies-
chicks to the
oh.
tree.
Oh,
Out of left field, the spear, but look at that, leaps to a teammate.
Still, I mean, that's what, like, that's most of her health. Not doing very well. Can't sustain enough. I don't even think, because AA doesn't have any sustain either. I don't know. These picks are really weird from UNC.
I think they're just kind of feeling good because they won that game and
Maybe,
just
but like, I don't think they thought through any of their stuff. I mean, I'm a Crusader, and I feel like I thought through a lot of these things for them. Oh, and now with the Bane rotating mid, the Quap is able to get the kill onto
really?
Snow, and Snow is now at a huge deficit, down more than 10 CS, and obviously a death as well.
I mean, Riki is in the biggest deficit of her entire lifetime. Down to 20 last hits. I mean, less than half of what PA is at. And you don't want PA to be so far ahead. About to get Battle Fury. They're going to get like a 10-minute Battle Fury.
Yeah, that's crazy, insane good. And I mean, look
Crazy,
at this
insane good.
This Clockwork's sitting mid, but that was
Oh,
a misplay.
Jesus Christ.
This is
He's
gonna-
got no blink left.
That was a misplay and
Done.
a half. Now, is that enough to bring UNC back into this game? I don't think so. Oh, now they're going to try and switch up the lanes, but it's a level 5 Ricky. What are you going to do against this? Against a level 7 PA and a level 5 Bane. I mean, there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a great time there beating up on this little Riki.
I mean, Battle Fury PA already.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's the fastest Battle Fury I've ever seen. I'm telling you.
Battle Fury. I mean, just absolutely free. Like I said, the aggression from the Underlord was just inconsequential, and especially when you get that such an early ring of health, you just pretty much can just stand in it and just regen enough.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
What do you think about PA mid?
PA mid, I don't think it's good in the slightest.
Aww. I miss playing PA.
That is why.
Oh, look at that. The double damage Quap coming in to take out Scott. His ult isn't going to go through. Man, they're dealing so much damage. Does Mars have an armlet, did I see?
Possibly. I wouldn't doubt it.
Can we see the yellow-bearded guy? The red yellow-bearded guy? Yellow on the left side. Yeah.
Oh, he already
He has an armlet.
I mean, but look at the last hits. Tar Heel cheer!
Let's go.
I mean,
As we're like beating up on the Tar Heel.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're not doing so hot, but I mean, obviously last game they came back from a bad game, so obviously possible. Bane might be able to clutch out Clockwork, but a well-placed Cogs means that he gets away.
Yeah, a couple of those mana burns on the PA, and can't chase.
Mana burns?
Yeah, the Cogs burn the mana.
No.
Don't they?
I don't think so.
I swear they do. I'm gonna look this up.
That doesn't sound right. Now Mars with Arena, it's an interesting matchup that he's staying up here. Obviously he's getting farm, but the Underlord is a really good tower D pusher. So this might be a really good decision to switch up the lanes from UNC. Scott is able to D-push these lanes with Firestorm, and pretty much PA without...
Oh, sorry. But yeah, Arena there, they get Scott. I think this might be his second or third death now. I mean,
I think third.
Yeah, just kind of feeding, and this is kind of how I view Underlords. I think they just kind of sit in their lane and feed.
I don't think feed. I think he was definitely playing too aggressive for how far back, or how... I can see it. I saw it already.
Oh, look at that. The AA ultimate. I think that leads to 2 kills.
No,
only
two
one.
if you're counting pseudonym.
Well, that's true.
Goes down as well, but it is going to get the kill on the PA, which is really good. Obviously, with Battle Fury already, needs to be set back a little bit. And it looks like they're going to go for the Bane as well. The silence plus the stun is going to do it for them.
Yep, it's a slow grind, but Riki manages to shove it through.
Yeah, and now Mars and Quap together are able to get this top tower, and we're going to have to see what UNC does in response if they're going to try and pressure this bottom tower. But they do have a Riki, so I don't know how well they can take that bottom tower.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to keep trying to find those ganks, you know, with the AA and Clockwork together. Hopefully they can come back in some way. Look at this. I think we're going to get a focus fire onto this tower, and they're going to finish at the bottom tower.
And so we might see a fort. Yeah, we do see a fort, but again, this double damage focus fire is going to be able to knock away at this tower bottom.
And on the other side of the map, I mean, Mars is just soaking up farm. Look at that.
You think Mars is soaking up farm. Look at the net worth on that PA.
I mean, the PA.
Yeah, just with the 9-minute Battle Fury extending their lead even farther. I don't even think if Fudge was to get a Battle Fury, it'd be any good. We do see
No, it's too late. Look at that.
Bane getting trapped here. Puts the Clockwork to sleep. Oh, they have to use Hook for that. It was a good kill, but just getting that brain zap off made them require the hook,
the hook.
and that means that that's obviously a cooldown that they have to wait for now until they can engage someone else. Like, look, if you could engage this Quap right now if you still had that hook, because obviously team isn't playing behind. Are they? Oh, they are gonna get it.
Oh, gets it, and
Oh.
he's gonna get the burn down. The arena
think so,
coming
maybe.
in. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Fudge finishes it off, but on the other end, look at that. This Mars is heavy with the PA behind him. Scott going down the Battle Fury, cleaving away at what's the Iceman at the same time.
Ancient
Fudge in the back lines, trying to get anything done. He tries to see this as an opportunity to get PA while she's still such a low health core. But look at that, the Death Grip. Fiend's Grip. And a big mistake by Riki. Fudge probably thought it already got used somewhere else in the fight. It's so close, just one hit away through that evasion to finish off PA. Which have been huge, big money. But yeah, look at that. Still some good money gain for Riki, though, in this fight. But so much damage. A large majority of that damage in that fight was dealt by PA. Such a cleanup already, just at 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think that PA with the Mars Arena was a really good combo. They were able to catch out Snow in there as well as the Underlord. Okay.
Hook. Cogs. And she's down. Mars decides it's not the time to go in, but look at that. Quap's there. Ooh, big stun. The silence. There's not going to be any blink away from this. Quap's dead. And it looks like Mars gotten caught. The arena used defensively to try to save himself. PA, this is not the time to go in. But wait. Oh my god.
Away.
Look at that. Fudge is not going to turn around. The Cogs can momentarily stop a PA. Oh, a second Cogs. I thought she's going to be able to go back in, but it just kind of keeps running into him.
Snow trying to go in right now? That'd be a interesting play, is looking at everyone else is pretty low. But Snow backs up, and that was a pretty good fight from UNC, able to get both the Bane and the Quap, realizing that the cooldowns are down.
Yeah.
Up. The cooldowns are up.
It was a good opportunity.
There are cooldowns for UCSD, and that they could engage, and it was a really good engage by them. PA deciding not to go for BKB yet. This is something that may come back to bite PA. But I don't know.
That's interesting, yeah.
It hasn't really. We don't see any big stuns other than Pit of Malice, maybe from UNC, and maybe Shackle Shot.
She got Deso, right? And now.
Yeah, has Deso and is now going for Ags. I think Ags is a really good item, especially the way fights have been going and how quickly she cleans up all the supports and the rest of UNC's team. So I think it's a good item, but
sorry, remind me what her Ags does again?
it like refreshes all her abilities
when you get a kill.
Yeah. So at this rate, it's a really good item. UNC going for a hook shot. Suda going for a hook shot. Not able to get, even though it looked like that Mars was like point blink range.
Does he have blink?
Yeah, it looked like it, but I don't know. UNC definitely playing a lot slower game. Not playing as aggressive as last game, which is honestly giving UCSD farm like a lot of space to farm.
Yeah,
and that's why their cores are still top 3. Obviously, PA being a lot farther ahead.
Look at that.
That's not going to help at all.
Gickle catching out AA. What does that stand for again? I keep forgetting.
Ancient apparition.
Ancient apparition. I keep thinking it's air, anti-air.
What?
Because that's what, like, AA guns. It's like anti-aircraft guns.
I mean, yeah, if we're talking about like the Navy, then
Yeah.
then sure, it's
Like-
anti-air gun.
I've been writing this paper for my history of sea power class like all week. Holy crap. That's what my
Maybe a
mind's
little
on.
too much.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, back to the game.
Smoke play from UCSD, but it might have been pinged out by UNC. Though this Fudges might get caught out here farming the small camp.
Yep.
Nope. Oh.
Sorry, so many colors. Goodness, the AA ult manages to save them a little bit. It looks like they get 2 kills, and that's on to Janba and Giggle, and look at that, Poopy dead as well. That was chaotic. It's like everything stacked up on top of each other, the arena, and then the cogs, the Underlord stuff, the AA stuff. It's just
It's a lot to process all at once. But yeah, it was really close. I think they played that right, except maybe it should have been the other way around. Fiend's Grip.
Oh, look at this, another big moment, and this time it looks like UCSD is finding the initiative. Nice by Udachi, getting that kill, and then PA-I9 finding AA there. You know, even though UNC is able to find some of these favorable fights, the gold lead has been consistently staying around +6 to +8 for UCSD. But I will say, I mean, Riki's now ahead of Mars, which is, it's something.
Yeah. A comeback is possible, so we obviously see the fight recap here. I think this is just from the last fight where they picked off.
Yep. Oh, nice arena by Gecko. Whoa. A crit that just blasted. I think it was a dagger crit that blasted Snow out of existence. And the sleep, the nightmares, plague Riki until her death. Holy smokes. That PA is dealing so much damage.
Yeah, really good jump. And I think that's what they were aiming for in the first fight. They were trying to arena spear the wind sort of near in the UCSD's jungle. Wasn't able to get it off, ended up paying the price for it. But this time they're able to jump the Wind Ranger and
Ooh. Is this a kill grab or is this a suicide grab? And you know what? PA answers that question for Pseudo. That was a suicide hook.
please don't let this be a dieback. Oh.
My goodness, the sleep. Einen not taking any chances. Gonna jump in, take AA in the forest, and in the cogs. Clockwork cannot survive. Looks like it's gonna be an ultra, and then a rampage. If she can blink in, they're leaving it for her. Oh, they don't let her get it. Quap takes that last kill, but holy crap. What a statement for UNC. I don't think a comeback is in store for them this game.
Well, if you want to look at the plus signs of this game, I think the one plus side we can get from this game, though we will see,
There's still more game.
I am almost certain that we're going to see a third game at this point. If there's no plus to be seen, it's at least that this is a short game, right?
Yeah.
13K advantage at 23 minutes, so
I'm really
expecting
hoping
this
it's a
to be
short game.
done. And honestly, if they prioritize Roche, PA now has that Ags. If they prioritize Roche, get the outpost, and start sieging high ground, I could see it happening in 35 minute mark.
Yeah, you
PA
think
is
that
just that
means
strong.
Mark won't leave us?
I hope not, because I want to see a third game of Dota. I honestly think that this is a draft issue and not
Yeah.
a UNC. Obviously, they have had some misplays, but I think it's more of a draft issue.
Yeah, it absolutely
this time
was.
around. Are they going to catch this Quap
Ooh,
off?
the Lincolns didn't save him as every single bit of lockdown comes out from UNC for that kill. Well worth it. It's just funny how much they threw at her. But on the other side of the map, look at that. Roche is
They
falling
should've
so
thrown it at-
quickly.
They should have thrown. I don't think they made the Ice Blast. Maybe a little Ice Blast here would have scared them back.
Yeah.
Oh, now they
Ooh,
caught.
Fiend's Grip. Snows dies so fast. And you know, it's probably going to leave the rest of them. Whoa, Fudge got out so quickly. Scott manages to hold them back long enough that he can get back to base. And it's only Snow that has to fall. Oh, wait, no. It's not only Snow. Poor Clockwork. Eats a 1200 damage crit.
Now Fudge has nowhere to go.
Yep. Oh,
Excellent.
oh.
To the grave.
Another triple for Einen. Just having the best game of his life.
She's having the best game of his life.
Oh, dang it. It's because PA's a girl. I always do that in games. I'll refer to, like, I don't know if you've noticed this. Like, when we're talking about, like, enemy people, I'll be like, oh, this Lena, she's such a, you know.
Yeah.
But
A hero. Such a hero.
yeah, and then, but they're probably a guy playing. I mean, let's face it.
That is really sexist.
I mean, there's not a lot of women in gaming. It's the sad truth.
Give me statistics to back that up.
Um,
I want to say that UNC has the advantage here on high ground, but I don't even think so.
no, absolutely not.
I think if PA went or BKB right now, it'd just be like it'd be over already.
And Aegis is already
you don't
enough.
care about. I mean, yes, but look at. I mean, their high ground is pretty annoying, right? With Cogs, Firestorm, Shackle Shot. They have a pretty annoying high ground. If you just went BKB right here, I think that's just like enough to take high ground and take the game.
Yeah, I think it is.
Especially with Deso, you take towers quickly. With BKB, you're able to avoid all this stupid spells from UNC and kill them all.
Kill them all with that Ags refresh. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Oh, look at this. Janva getting caught out. The Nightmare saves them for a little bit, but that's it for Janva. Nice play by them to be able to find that catch. Oh, look at this. Again, able to use all that lockdown, but a lucky force staff from Poopy gets Queen of Pain out, and all the A ult catches his Poopy, but oh, look at that. Aegis popped. They get a chance. Giggle in to save the day and paves a path for Einen to start chasing, or maybe they just go down for this T2.
I don't know. I think UNC should decide just right here. They lose the T2 tower, and if now without Aegis, UCSD decides to push high ground, they can defend this. Possibly. I don't know.
Is that
hard.
Nullifier that she's just queued up?
Yes, that is Nullifier. For the wind, probably.
For the wind, I guess.
Yeah. Though I don't know how much like hard
weird.
time they have killing this wind so far.
I guess just maybe for the damage. I don't know.
I definitely think BKB would need to go here, but
I
don't
know, right?
Maybe he's seeing something that I don't see, and this Nullifier is going to be a big help. At the rate he's farming, PA's farming, gonna have it in the like next.
PA's like 10,000 gold ahead. That's like 3.5 items ahead of Riki.
Yeah, UNC is not doing hot at all right now. They're gonna go for a smoke play, but they're gonna need a miracle to make this happen.
A miracle. Oh. Dust get popped. Smoke, yep. Oh, Fudge gets broken, but manages to survive. Oh. Poor Fudge. I just think she's just, yeah. That glowy little Riki is shuffling back to base. It's hilarious.
I don't know. I would like to see a turn right there. Obviously, they don't have too much vision, so they don't know exactly where UCSD is playing.
Nobody has any clue where Snow is playing.
I don't even know where Snow is trying to play.
Yeah.
Probably just pushing out top lane. Honestly, at this point, UNC is just trying to find whatever little farm they can. Yeah, this is a base defense game right now, and honestly, if the PA just went back like BKB, I don't want.
We're just mad that's not ending sooner. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah, we know who's gonna win, but we don't know when, and that's really what we're waiting for.
That's called suspense.
I don't know.
There's like two different things. I think we have a little time here in the game. It's like when you don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't know when it's gonna happen. No, it's like you know something's going to happen at this point, but you don't know what, or you know what's gonna happen, but you don't know when. I can't remember. There's a name for both of those. One's suspense, the other's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, UNC's playing it fairly well. They're keeping the waves pushed out. It's Underlords firestorming the waves so that none of them come up to the tower. I mean, they're playing the best that they can, but I still don't think the best is good enough in this case.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be good enough. Do you think they're waiting for ages? Or just the right opportunity when it feels right?
Possibly. I mean, we already saw PA got nuked kind of once and did fall. So maybe. But, I mean, you could honestly just put the Lincolns on the PA even.
Oh, true. Literally no
maybe
reason
that
why
would
not.
work. I don't know. I'm going to keep coming to it, but the BKB, you just get BKB and you can
Radiant's bottom
pretty
tower
much
is
just
under attack.
run at them because then you're not afraid. I mean, they're all spell heroes, right?
Right.
I mean, other than really Wind, who is mostly, a lot of it is spell heroes. Some of it is,
Yep.
it's about 50-50.
It's 50-50.
Because obviously your lockdown is Shackle Shot and it's a spell, so that'd get negated by BKB, but Focus Fire wouldn't get negated by BKB. So.
Well, here, listen to this. Listen to this.
Okay.
Nullify is completed.
Yep.
Is this what they were waiting on? Are they going to attack? Here's my answer.
No.
No.
Really? They're like, last time UNC, the way they won was getting these 60-minute neutral items, right?
Yep. Maybe they're waiting for this.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, what made UNC win last time was 60-minute neutral items. What was going to make us win this time is 60-minute neutral
60-minute
items. So
neutral
that's what we're
items.
going for.
Oh
now.
my gosh.
I mean, look at it. The co-op's, I think, level 23 already at 31 minutes. So
This is,
so is the PA. And they're just...
They need that level 25 talent.
Yeah. That happened. Someone needs to make a spell play. Honestly, at this point, UCSD is winning, but maybe they're giving too much space to UNC, and UNC can make a comeback. I don't know.
Oh.
Like they do jump in. Arena pretty much has a crowd control, not even getting anyone. The hook shot also
missed the hook.
misses, so it's gonna be.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
a little bit of tower aggression for UCSD, but I mean, now they wasted Arena, and they can't really engage much more after that.
Can somebody tell UCSD that it's like 12:30 here? We need them to move this along.
Honestly, but I mean, this tower defense from the Underlord, you can't really have a PA or a Mars jumping in without BKB, because I mean, then they just get Pit of Malice and
Yeah, it's true. It's
and
really tough.
Firestormed on.
They all just need BKBs, and they could charge
It's like
in.
our games on.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And just refuse to get BKBs, and that's game changing.
I wonder what the comps on UNC are like if they're as confused as we are. They're just like walking in circles around their towers.
I mean, that's honestly what it's at this point. It's waiting for waves to push in, and then they're deep and just like pushing out a single wave, and obviously that's going to lead to their demise as they aren't able to get any farm. I mean, Pseudonym is still level 12 with Brown. Or no, that's on the Ogre. But,
Poor Poopy.
oh,
Oh, we didn't even
Punch
see this.
almost getting killed. That was probably a one-shot too.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
does look like they might go for some aggression here.
Ooh, they know that Fudge is still over there.
Fudge does get out, so they're
Okay.
fighting without Fudge, but it looks like they might be going for something. They decide not to as the waves are getting pushed in right now. The Underlord.
I think it's the Quap used that as an opportunity. Oh, Quap gets caught out, but this time she has a BKB. Turns it on to Snow. Oh, but the wind run lets her get out. It's... Wow, the blink. Absolutely done for. The buyback comes out. I think A is going to have to buy back, but they get the Quap, and she's done for. I mean, they're pushing this high ground offensive back. They're half health, and the PA is not with them. It was a great opportunity for UNC to start a fight. Jianba goes down. I don't think they should push any more into this jungle because you know what? PA is right on the edge with her good buddy Poopy, ready to catch anyone who pushes out a little bit too far. Oh, and you know who fell into that trap? Good old Fudge herself. And Snow, both cores, down for the count.
Snow with the dieback goes down, and it is not looking good. Honestly, this could be the end right here. I don't know what the buyback status is on Fudge.
Fudge has the buyback. Fudge could do it if she wanted to.
Nah.
Nah.
Honestly, they might just call it PG right here. I don't know how much they can do against this PA, especially with the rest of her team behind her. They're going for the second set of racks. PA's able to do this with the death though.
Yep.
And honestly, no one can even walk up closer. This PA is just going to jump on them. So.
Yep. It's a pretty over game. I'm surprised they're not calling it. But you know, 20 seconds. Fudge will be back in. They'll be able to mount another defense for their ancient, and then they could see how they fare against Megas. But
they don't even have a team that can fight Megas. This is not looking good for UNC in the slightest. 39k gold deficit. So we're trying to see a 60-minute game here, guys. So we're gonna see how well they do against Megas as UCSD decides to push back. There are the Megas. Going to start pushing in now. And it's up to UNC now to defend until UCSD decides to push again.
I can't believe this. I mean,
they could have ended, but they chose not to. And now we're going to see UNC try and defend, or try and contest this Roche. So
I'd love to see PA's items. I want to see what this woman is building. Oh, it's already got Abyssal, but look at this. Gickle with a huge arena, able to get PA the double kill. Oh, another arena? Did he get a refresher shard? Because this is ridiculous. But wait, Einen died somewhere here. But Udachi is gonna fill up the rest along with his buddies. I mean, the rest of their team, and that's GG's called from UNC. Yep. I mean, even with PA dead, UCSD wipes the floor with UNC. Too many U's and C's in these two colleges' names. I'm gonna say that's my biggest thing I have to say about this game.
And now to the excitement of our lovely producer, Mac Dewey, we are going to be seeing a Game 3. I need to squat down a little bit so that I get in the picture.
You can't be taller than me.
But, yeah, so we're going to see a Game 3, I think.
Holy crap.
That was a game. Honestly, I'm going to get after Fudge after this game about what the hell that draft was.
I know.
I mean, you saw the Mars pick second, right? And
Right.
you decide to pick a Ricky into that.
It doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt a little cocky. I think there was a little bit cockiness coming out of the first game. I don't know why you would be cocky coming out of a really close 60-minute game.
Yeah, exactly. I think they might have been playing comfort heroes, but even then it was like
Why not
bad.
pick
It was
Luna?
like super duper weak laning heroes on both sides. So obviously AA very weak laning hero.
Underlord.
Ricky really weak laning
Ricky.
hero. Underlord pretty weak. I mean, you might pair him up with a Clockwork, and in some lanes he does well, but against a Bane, you're not doing anything.
And then last pick, Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I don't think it really, especially
No.
when you're going even with a co-op, it's not pretty, and so really
It wasn't pretty at all.
disgusting game. It was, that first game pretty even. That second game was not in the slightest, and I don't even think it was many misplays by UNC. I think it was purely draft, honestly.
Yep. And you know what? We also got to keep in the time. I don't know when these kids are going to sleep, but
Obviously after this game 3,
right.
So
it's kind of late for our UNC players here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make excuses for them.
honestly,
Because maybe we need to delay this game to when everyone's awake again. You know, they can play at their top performance. I don't know. Poor UNC. I'm getting
Yeah.
worried for them because that game was a stomp.
yeah, I think they realized though what they did wrong. Honestly, I think it was pretty apparent that PA got too farmed on one side of the map, Mars got too farmed on the other side of the map. They just need to choose better laning heroes.
Yeah.
Even the Bounty was able to come back from what they like. All of their heroes in the first game were able to come back from early deficits in laning phase because of their heroes. Spirit Breaker's able to push side lanes really well, even when it's in enemy territory. The Bounty Hunter is able to get a lot of gold from Janata and track kills. Earthshaker really good at setting up stuff. So is Storm Spirit. Plus Storm Spirit's really good at farming. That first game, their lineup was looking very solid, even if they were playing from deficit. Right. This game, there's no way that. I mean, maybe if they set up a huge AA blast into 3 people in a cogs, it's like maybe, but like we just didn't see it in that situation.
Yeah, it was like there was opportunity for Fudge to start snowballing. You know, we saw it start, but there's just no way to continue it against 9-minute Battle Fury PA.
Especially when I don't even think she had BKB. Plus, even if she did have BKB, the Bane ultimate goes through BKB, and
Does
so
it really? Damn.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
It's insane. So,
Yeah, really tough game for UNC there. Great game though for UCSD. Good job, guys. And I think we're looking at a game 3 soon, very soon, imminently. Yes. So we will just keep talking.
yeah. Even though I desperately want water, but we're gonna keep talking nonetheless.
You guys have cups? I have my mouth.
Yes. Thank you, Mac Dewey, our amazing producer and my best friend in the whole wide world.
Whoa.
We are getting
Filling up
cups
a lot of
with
roles.
water, so
Woo.
living the high life over here. You know, us in the UNC studio.
Yeah. Ooh, putting a couple of extra shots of something. Get some hype in this stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Clear liquor.
I don't think that's what I was thinking about.
Shots.
Maybe not today, because we have to cast a 3rd game of Dota here tonight at UNC. I was looking forward to playing some Unrailed with some friends tonight, but it doesn't look like that's going
No.
to be happening anytime soon, because we might have a possible another 60-minute game. So going to be interesting to see.
Oh, look at this. All right.
We have water.
Let's
Woo!
go. Let's do some water drinking. No, you have to
Cheers
keep
to
your
a
mic
3rd
up.
game of Dota.
Don't move the mic away. You have to commit.
Looks like we are getting into the next pick ban phase for game 3. Right into it. And we're going to see the SB and OD ban from both teams. And that's what we've seen a lot, so nothing surprising there. It's going to be interesting to see, though, if UNC respects any of the UCSD's picks from last game and want to ban any of like the PA, the Bane. I think a Bane Bane ban would be really good here. But the UNC Froggers picking up their own Ogre Magi, so saying,
Wow.
UCSD, you played it so well. We are thinking about playing it now,
yeah.
and looks like they are going to pick it for themselves. Going to be interesting to see what UCSD now picks for Poopy because that is the only hero that
Poopy.
we've seen him
Poopy.
play. Yeah, exactly.
What a great name, Poopy. You provided me great entertainment this
I mean,
night.
either way you pronounce it, either poop or poopy, I think it's interesting. But
Oh, man.
Weaver, like I said in the beginning, obviously, I think it's a really strong laner plus late game support.
I'm watching Mark zip up his backpack. He's leaving. No.
Do you want your key, Mark? Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. All right, so Mark is not taking his key. He's leaving us, but we do have an amazing game of Dota right here. We are not leaving. We're staying here with you during the rest of this draft and this game. Very interesting. What are they gonna pick? So I'm guessing this. Oh, Dazzle. I really like this. Also a really good laner.
We can say whatever we want now. There's no.
Go back to the game. We want game audio. I'll get back to you on that. I'm casting a Dota game right now.
Is nobody watching? Is that why you asked that question?
No, we have tons of lovely viewers. Yeah, exactly. Everyone loves Dota. That's more than the League streams get. So, yes, it is. It definitely is. If you're in here in the Dota 2 stream and you hate League, which we all do because we all like Dota, then say we hate League in chat.
We hate League.
We hate League.
We hate League.
Ooh, a disruptor.
Oh,
right,
disruptor. Back to a classic for UNC Froggers. I really liked it in the first game. I think it really could have helped against a PA. Just, silencing
PA
him.
without BKB.
Oh, yeah. I
yeah,
mean.
So it would have been a really nice pick last game. It's also, I think, a lot better in lane than AA. I'm surprised that UNC doesn't really play save heroes. I think we saw it last week once. We saw the Shadow Demon pick. But other than that, they don't really play anything that's used to save. While looking at UCSD, once this Weaver gets Ags, they have 2 saves already for their cores, obviously with Shallow Grave and Weaver's ultimate time lapse. That's going to be a lot of save plus aggression. I mean, the Dazzle is a great laner with Poison Touch. Wait, no. It's poison something.
It's poison throw.
Yeah, and Weaver with bugs. So obviously some really good laners, and honestly, I don't know how much this Ogre Disruptor can do against the Weaver Dazzle supports on the enemy team. It's going to be interesting to see how much aggression UCSD or UNC is able to apply in lane.
I have to warn you guys, you viewers, the casting quality definitely is going to go down just because I'm getting tired.
I think we both are.
Yeah.
But I'll try and keep my end up. We're going to see a lot of the same bans from UNC, the TA, the Huskar, and the Monkey. I think we've seen those probably in all 3 games, but UCSD is starting to respect the picks from UNC, and so now not wanting UNC to go back to their original picks, they banned both the Storm Spirit and the Bounty Hunter. So if the Ricky didn't work out in the
second game.
Yeah, the second game, and the Bounty Hunter's banned. Now, are we going to see an Abaddon carry this time?
I don't want to see Abaddon.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't mind it against a Dazzle and a Weaver. I think the Dispel from the Photic Shield is pretty good. The Silence is also pretty good against these. Now, is it good against Wraith King?
It's not good against Wraith King
I
for
don't
sure.
think so. But
I think Wraith King would just destroy
okay,
Abaddon.
I think this is. Oh, I don't know what position that Razor.
I
That
can't-
Razor can flex pick, I think.
I guess it could. I mean, it could honestly be in any lane. I mean, why can't Fudge just play something like normal?
Or
Not Ursa, no.
Razor's a pretty normal.
No.
Well, okay, Razor can be a normal pause one. I don't think necessarily conventional, but it definitely is a pause one more than like Bounty Hunter, I believe.
I guess.
But yeah, Razor, really good laning dominator as well, because you pick anyone and you just run at them with Static Link and especially with Disruptor, Glimpse, and Static Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Is it Static Storm?
You know,
Wait, what? You're not talking about Razor's ult, right? What's Razor's ultimate called?
my guess would be also Static Storm.
I'm gonna look these up. You know, you talk about that Night Stalker pick, cause that's it's a solid +3.
Yeah, I don't know how well it does against Wraith King, obviously because running at Wraith King, once Night Stalker hits 6, then Wraith King also hits 6, can go for the ult if he needs it. Doesn't really get run at by a Night Stalker. This silence doesn't really help in the fighting Wraith King because the Wraith King will just man up on you. It's interesting if they decide to at like pretty early just gang up on the top tower around this Wraith, or actually I think,
Dire team back.
yeah, I think the top tower around this Wraith King.
We might be in for another 60-minute game.
Yeah, honestly, with Arc Warden, that's an interesting mid pick. I don't think I've seen this in high tier Dota for a long time.
I mean, I remember.
I see it sometimes in my pubs just because my
Yeah.
friend likes to play Arc Warden, both in pause 1 and mid, but I haven't seen it. I mean, like, I've maybe seen Thompson played in some of his pubs, but not even recently.
It was really popular in the SEA TI qualifiers.
Yeah.
They had the most games go over 60 minutes of any of the
Okay.
regional qualifiers. Yeah.
And now I understand why.
Yep.
Because of Arc Warden.
Radiant team
But yeah, I mean, I think the last time I went up against the Arc Warden, it was one of my favorite games we've played with our team when I went TA. And we went against those guys from that one Discord we know.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
really fun.
The other 5
And we
stack,
beat the Arc Warden because
Yeah.
Arc Warden sucks.
Or he was almost carrying, but I think he made a couple
Yeah,
misplays.
I think he was like a legend player or something. And yeah,
10
that was a good game, but yeah.
that was a good game.
Arc Warden.
Which reminds me, for tomorrow.
If you put the Razor mid, I think Razor might beat the Arc Warden just because you can bully Arc Warden out of lane early with Static Link and then pretty much just dominate the lane from there. Especially because Arc Warden, whether you take like, because I'm pretty sure you take Spark Wraith level 1, so you don't really have much like disengage power once the Razor links you.
That's true. That's very true.
So if you put it mid, it might be good, but I don't know if it scales enough for like Snow to play it right. It might be, but I also think it's probably Fudge's pick. Just by the honestly, from what I've heard from Fudge, I think she's been trying to learn Razor, but also just from previous drafts, I think they've typically picked their pause 1 in the 3rd position and their mid last. So just from previous drafts, that's what I'm thinking, is that the Razor's going to be pause 1 and they still have to pick their mid hero.
I'm looking at Razor's ability names.
What's the
Storm
ultimate?
Surge, and then the ultimate is
Eye of the Storm. Okay, that makes sense.
Static Storm.
Yeah.
Get the storm. Okay. Oh, this is it. This is it, guys. Last 2 picks. And this will reveal all of what is happening everywhere.
No, if I was, I would honestly pick some. I would pick PA here, honestly, into a Wraith. You just burst down the Dazzle and the Weaver. Dazzle before either has time to react.
Save, yeah.
You can honestly burst down a Wraith King as PA.
And you
Arc
jump
Warden
right
as
into
well.
Arc Warden's bubbles.
And then
fight 'em.
Razor does well against both Wraith King and Arc Warden. So you put Razor mid, it's able to gank Wraith King top. You can dominate lane against Arc Warden. I think it's honestly PA would be really good here. I don't know if Fudge plays it necessarily. What else would go well here?
I honestly don't know. I'm not good at picking.
Honestly,
puzzles.
I'm tripped up because I still think that they're picking their mid right now. So
That's
I'm
true.
trying to think of what they could pick as their
Radiant
pause.
team pick.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they're picking their Quap mid. And so this is kind of okay because then you can disengage from Arc Warden if Arc Warden like tries and locks you down.
Is
Or,
building
like,
an
not-
Orchid on Quap still a thing?
I think it's a thing, right?
Because silencing the Arc Warden, like early game, if she can get that Orchid fast, it's a good kill on Arc.
Yeah. Definitely a good kill on Arc. But I don't know. Even like I see it if Quap tries to go on the Arc, I see the Dazzle and Weaver trying to be there to like counter it. Dazzle can obviously Shadow Grave the Arc Warden. Honestly, maybe before the Queen of Pain can even kill the Arc Warden, like TP in and Shallow Grave the Arc Warden before Quap has the opportunity to kill.
Select your heroes.
Yeah.
What's the? Is it off-lane Venge?
I got. Oh nope. That's what? Mid.
Off-lane Dazzle. Wait.
This.
Off-lane.
This went. Why? That's a mid Dazzle. I bet.
And an off-lane Wraith King. All right, so it's a pause 1 Arc Warden, off-lane Wraith King, mid Dazzle, pause 5 Weaver, and pause 4 Venge.
What the hell?
That's
I
so
don't-
interesting.
Yeah.
And so Razor is going to be the pause 1. That's pretty. I think we expected all of that from the UNC team. But yeah, interesting picks from
Dazzle
UCSD.
mid can be huge.
Now,
I
if this
mean,
goes late game, obviously you have 2 really good late game cores. UNC is playing for that early game aggression. Maybe, I don't know. Wraith King seems super weak now going into a Razor. It seems like he's just not going to be able to do anything.
I agree.
And I don't know what their thought process was here for UCSD.
UCSD's
but again,
thought process is they're gonna win.
yeah, obviously, if it goes to another 60-minute game, I'm favoring UCSD. But but in terms of laning stages, honestly, Arc Warden I feel like does. Actually, no, I think Arc Warden in laning stage might do well against the Night Stalker, but if Night Stalker goes even.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, that 5-minute timing at nighttime, he's going to be super strong. And Arc Warden doesn't really have too much, like, get off me, right? He has,
Right.
obviously, the magnetic flux, is able to shield himself. But if you just run at him, honestly, I think he can kill him.
Yeah.
Especially if you put your team around him. Maybe you can get a Quap rotation, or you get a couple stuns, or not Maledict, but
Arc Warden pause 1. Man, you barely ever see that.
yeah, but you also barely see a bounty hunter,
30
or even in this
That's
day
true.
and age, a Ricky pause 1. So
I'd rather see. I really want to see Shadow Fiend pause 1. Can you pull that off? 'Cause I would love to have it.
I mean, in terms of right-click damage, yes, but like the blink ults,
No, you don't go that build.
Yeah, exactly.
You
just
go
go like,
right-click.
pure damage.
And so you don't
right-click,
even
and you
level the
get
blasts.
raises. Yeah.
You just get the passive, the 2 passives, I
Yeah.
guess, and then you go like straight for
Damage.
It's
You
amazing.
go damage, and you also, I think, go. It's either Ags or Ag Scepter, or Ag Shard. In which
you should try it.
you gain the extra
Souls for
yeah,
kills, and then
souls.
you can
And
activate
then you, like,
it.
Burn like
Yeah,
you melt people instantly.
we should try it. All right, I didn't even realize landing had started. I was so focused on this Shadow Fiend thing. Looks pretty chill. Oh, the static link already. Just try to get those advantages on the denies. Oh, is that kill potential? Ooh, Jianba playing it real dangerous. I guess that Shikuchi lasts longer than I think it does.
Yeah. But yeah, down here in the bottom lane, we have the Arc Warden. and the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit is honestly pretty bad at laning, I'd say, unless you catch maybe this Disruptor, which I'd like to note that we talked about this before, but the supports for UNC switching up their side, so
Oh, did
we
they
do
really?
have Brazel on the bottom lane and Pseudo-Nymph on the top lane playing with Fudge.
That's a good point. I didn't realize that. Ooh, again, Fudge getting a nice long static link in there. Taking a lot of creep damage, though, for it. Wow. Down to not a lot of health.
Yeah, almost no health.
And Poop on this side is just taking a beating. Nice healing salve. Oh, nice cancel by Janba.
Has been killed.
Using the tangos.
Ooh, a little bit of lag there, but
The
honestly,
flux is
oh,
brutal.
That's going to be the first blood right there. Brazel just playing a little bit too far, gets caught out for it, and that's going to be a kill going to Einen right there.
Yep,
Off the bat.
Einen getting another great start. I mean, the magic nuke on Arc Warden in the first few levels, it's a lot stronger than you'd expect it to be.
Yeah.
And Scott's just got to keep playing solidly. He's got to get these creeps.
Now, there's not a lot that you can do against Arc Warden early on, especially, or I'm not against Arc Warden, but against Night Stalker early on.
That's true.
Seeing as, especially Venge and Arc Warden, the Night Stalker is just a little too tanky. Doesn't really get bullied out of lane, so is going to be able to go even. I am going to turn on game stats real quick, just so we can see that
All right. Look at this. So, things are happening here in the top lane. Not really, though. Oh! Poopy's courier going. No, wait, no, it's actually Pseudonym. Sorry, just associated Ogre with Poopy. But, you know, Janva doing a better pause 4 than I thought he would here in this laning phase on the Weaver. Doing the best he can. Actually, let's look at these last hits and denies. The Wraith King, top of the leaderboard, ready to become the pause one at any time. Dazzle's got a small lead on Quap.
Yeah, Dazzle's a very good laner, especially against Qua. Just able to sustain a lot more.
Ooh, a big fight. Looks like a long static link. But you know what? This is some crazy burn damage here. They have the Sentry Ward to stop Janba from getting a Germinate or anything. Oh, well, he doesn't have it leveled. I guess that's what you do. But, wow, Fudge has survived a lot of damage for getting these static links.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you have this, like, really good laner such as Weaver. You just bugs them, and then while they're focusing on this Wraith King, the bugs and the Shikuchi are doing so much damage. And
Was
then
it
you
the
have the Wraith King
bugs?
stun to put on top of that. What did you say?
I'd be curious to see the fight recap, because there's like this burn damage on Fudge. It was doing a lot, and I think it might have been the bugs.
Yeah, it probably is. 'Cause otherwise, no, they don't have other
Yeah, I don't think they did have
damage
anything
over
else.
time.
Ooh, Pseudo getting up in their faces.
Pseudo's
throwing
a
out
strength
stun.
hero,
Yeah.
tanky enough to take a little bit of harass.
The lane's going okay for Fudge. I mean, definitely not really that far behind. It's definitely. I don't
It's
think.
scary though because looking at the heroes on UCSD, they're able to farm a lot faster. The Wraith King is able to use skeletons to farm. The Arc Warden is able to use double, often gets Midas as well to accelerate farm. So while I said UNC had a better laning phase, it's not looking like that right now. And honestly, the way things are going,
Is this a kill? This is so much damage to stealing through the static link. But again,
just
Janba
the
deals a
bugs.
lot with that bugs.
bugs as well as skeletons. I mean, they don't have wave clear or enough
Damage to
Damage,
deal with.
yeah, to deal
with
with.
2 lives.
And
the
obviously, the salves are coming out, but that's 110 gold for each
skeleton.
salve.
I know, it's a lot. That doesn't look like a kill either. I mean, it's now nighttime. I forgot to point that out. And I think Night Stalker's doing a little bit better, but he's still a little bit behind. Look at that Quap coming out of nowhere with the scream of pain. The scream of pain. I don't know where that came from. They grab Wraith King. They grab Weaver, and that's a good way to grab Fudge. A bit of a lead here. What is her ultimate called? It is not the scream of pain.
I think it is.
There's no way.
It sounds right.
I'm looking this up.
All right, and I was gonna say that the salves are coming out, so Fudge is getting the sustain to be able to stay in lane, but it is coming at a pretty hefty price. I mean, Wraith King, on the other hand, has this ability to just pretty much heal himself back to full just by hitting creeps with his Vampiric Spirit, and so while UNC is staying in lane, it's costing them a pretty penny, while it's not costing UCSD a dime.
It's absolutely not. Poor Pseudo, just getting his net worth probably shot to bits. But it's keeping Fudge in lane, for sure.
Dire's middle tower
Look at that. I mean, Dazzle's having a great time. 47 last hits. I will say, I mean, Itachi, it's been kind of a weird with the Gyrocopter and the Dazzle picks, but it's definitely what he plays a lot, and he knows how to play it.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously wasn't playing that well on the Gyro, but I think also that was more or less just a bad matchup on his part. I don't think that...
Ooh, again, trying to find a static link that could get them the kill, but...
It's these bugs, I swear.
Yeah, they're saving Gickle. What is Gickle going for, do you think? You think it's just Armlet?
Probably.
Ooh, double Wraith, but not going to catch Scott, but they do space him out. Just shooting that Arc Warden double under tower range. It's so scary because it's full of mana, and there's just absolutely no punishment for spamming the Arc Warden spells just over and over again. Eight minutes in, 9 minutes in. Not any clear lead this time, which is nice to see. Look at that, nice stun. It looks like Ben just come up to help out, getting a kill. Oh wow, this is the big fight now. Night Stalker ult comes up. The silences.
Is still level 5, doesn't have reincarnation, goes down pretty easily. It's gonna see if they can get any more. UNC rotating even the Quap here. They are gonna get the Vengeful Spirit. It looks like Weaver might be able to get away here. Does have a TP scroll. But it is looking like they pinged him out.
Yep.
They are going to find him, especially with that extra night vision. And it's going to be a kill for Fudge. They get 3 here, but they had to rotate the entire team, all 5 members, to get these 3 heroes. Meanwhile, Arc Warden and Dazzle are both farming in their respective lanes. Though I'm surprised that either of them aren't pushing towers. While UNC rotated all 5 of their members top, they didn't really... UCSD didn't get anything for it.
No, they didn't. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I think Dazzle might be going for like a Boots of Travel, and it's just waiting for that to be able to like go around the map and have more presence to help out in fights like that. But we're definitely in a window of opportunity here where UNC can make plays and get kills with the Night Stalker and try to pull up a lead.
Yeah, definitely. Night Stalker doesn't have his ult now, though, and it's daytime, so he does have to wait a while. He's pretty weak. But we are going to see if they can go into this Arc Warden bot.
Up. Oh, the Scream of Pain wipes him out. It's just the double left. They get the extra bounty. Yeah, well played. Nice catch out.
UCSD playing a very interesting game. They're obviously focusing up this top tower, but they aren't calling for the Arc Warden to come play with them top. So he's left alone bottom, and UNC recognizes this and decides to go after him, catches him out, and gets a pretty easy kill.
Yeah, very easy kill. Comparatively, I mean, Razor's gonna come online a lot faster than the Arc Warden will, right? And if they can try to take as much map control as they can away from the Arc Warden, they could very easily take this game.
They are going to be TPing in to defend this bottom tower. Dazzle comes in. Is Dazzle going to go down here? They don't have
I don't think he will. I mean, the poison just ripping apart Pseudonym. Poopy finishes him off, and Janba chasing down the Razor. Maybe Poopy has the swap, but it's not going to be long enough range at this low level. Fudge manages to get away
He's
from
not even level
4.
6.
Oh, he's not even level 6.
Or at least hasn't scaled his ult. If you look at the player
oh,
profile,
yeah, true.
It doesn't have the little...
But yeah, UCSD rotated 4 down for that, only to get 1 kill onto Poopy. Maybe an overreaction, and they also didn't protect the tower. Kind of sucks.
No, not onto Poopy. Onto, you're still thinking about...
yeah, Pseudonym.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, wait, yes.
Yes. Look at that. Gickle rotated down, finished off that bot tower in response. I guess they did get something for that 4-person rotation to bottom.
Well, I think it was more for the rotation top. I think Einen was able to apply pressure to the bottom lane while the rest of UNC was missing. And now Fudge is looking really bad on last hits.
Fudge is looking damn bad on last hits, yeah.
Obviously, his whole team coming top to apply pressure, and then focusing more on fights bottom. It's going to be a bad time. They are going to go after this Wraith King
Oh,
now.
nice glimpse back into the Static Storm. Wraith King is not going to be able to find his way out, but he's got the armlet. The toggle gets him out of that, the death from the ball, the electricity ball. I don't know, but that was really well played by Gickle to get out of there with that armlet toggle.
Yeah, so his armlet is able to get out of there. He didn't even need to use Reincarnation. He had Reincarnation. He would have gotten out of there fine. They are going to make a smoke play and possibly go for this Dazzle top. Dazzle is playing alone, but also has that shallow grave.
Are they taking stacks in this triangle right now? I don't know.
I don't
if
think they have stacks. I know they're controlling the jungle. I'm not sure if they are taking stacks per se.
I believe it.
But looking at net worth, Fudge doing really poorly, and obviously UCSD doing really well in terms of net worth. Obviously controlling this area, not allowing Fudge to play in that triangle that she wants to play in. It looks like they're going to try and recontest. They obviously have Night Stalker's ultimate, and they only need 30 more seconds until nighttime. So,
the ult comes out. They use that extra vision. I don't know if they want to fight because now they can see how many people there are. The glimpse, it's an opportunity to get rid of that reincarnation. Oh, goodness, Scott. You can't fight the entirety of Arc Warden's doubles in their 2 Maelstroms. Wow. That was a lot of damage Arc Warden threw out with just like 8 hits between the 2 of him.
Yeah, that was a lot of burst damage. Obviously defending against the push from Scott. Obviously it is nighttime, so he still has that benefit, but he's now without ult, so it's going to be a lot harder for him to play aggressive because he can't fly over those trees now. And so obviously UNC is trying to make something happen. They've smoked twice now and haven't been able to get anything happen. They use an ult, and I mean UCSD is still knocking at their door. This Wraith King with armlet is just like
he's having a fun time,
them.
yeah.
They aren't able to do anything about it.
Another glimpse, but I think nobody's even going to try to go in after him. Wow, those Wraiths deal a lot. Oh, okay, he's using the double, just trying to space them out a bit. I'm not sure if that bounty even goes to them. Look at this dive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wow, Fudge has to back up, and it looks like through this weird poking, they're gonna get this tier 2.
Radiant
I wish we
structures
could see
are
them taking the
fortified.
tier 2. Oh no,
Dire's
okay, they backed
structures
off a
are
bit.
fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's at half health. We finally get to see it. All right, they backed up. I thought they had a bit more of a solid attack, but I think the fortify saved the tower.
Yeah, it saves the tower, but not Fudge's net worth, obviously. I mean, even 2 levels down from the Night Stalker. Fudge has just not been having a fun game. Same level as both of the supports.
Ooh.
Fudge is not doing
Oh,
so
no.
hot. I don't even think Fudge has died necessarily. It's just hasn't been able to lane at all against the Wraith King. Now they are looking like they're going to catch out this Arc Warden here. No save from the rest of the team. I would have liked to swap from Poop there, maybe trying to save the Arc Warden, but didn't even try and go for it. Maybe just a little too out of range, but
Yeah, and it's what I know Brazil's really good at it, and it's always great when you're working with a Night Stalker to go find that carry in the jungle.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
And it's so much
Especially
fun.
at nighttime when you get that extra
Oh,
little
right.
extra vision, you just spot the enemy a little bit earlier.
It can be especially easy against Arc Warden players, especially bad Arc Warden players who aren't paying attention to the original one.
Yeah.
And are microing a little bit too much. Let's see. All right. Now, who is where? Who are those 2 guys? I think that's Janba and Geikel. I really want to call him Geikel. Just sitting around in that top jungle, maybe getting some wards down. Oh, some map drawing. All right.
I think it's Fudge maybe getting a little aggravated about where the team needs to play pretty much. Maybe try and focus on that bottom jungle and bottom area of the map. Ooh, Dazzle TPing in bottom. Maybe not the best decision.
no.
As UNC is here.
Now we're going to see the full potential of Udachi. What can he do in a 1v3 in his last dying breath? So much damage onto Fudge, but it's not going to be enough, I think. Yep.
Yeah, Fudge is going to have to
Fudge
TP back.
TP's back.
Just to top back up on health. But that is a kill on the enemy mid. And
Yeah, why
so
not?
Hopefully going to stop them for a while. But during that, it's looking like UCSD is taking the top T2, getting a lot of pressure on that with Wraith King and the Skeleton. And they take their first T2 at 19 minutes.
With no contest at all.
Yeah, absolutely no contest. So they give up their Dazzle in the bottom lane. Honestly, questionable play from Dazzle. Obviously, Dazzle didn't know that Fudge's team was there, and honestly could have solo killed Fudge if his team hadn't been, if her team hadn't been there.
Absolutely.
But could have played it safe and just played top, right?
Wow, look at this. Arc Warden using the double, attacking the tier 3, and Snow has to go back to defend, uses the Scream of Pain on the double because I think at that moment Snow knew that that double was gonna kill him.
Yep, a lot of damage coming out. Plus you can't just right-click the double because of the protection from the field.
Yeah, right. My goodness, this is it's funny. Even looking at the scoreboard, obviously it's 8-2, but
I mean, look at the golden lead.
Yeah.
That is 7K golden lead for UCSD, and obviously UCSD wins the late game. I mean, what are you doing with a Night Stalker and a Razor in the late game?
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, scary game that UNC is facing, and honestly, I think they might just need some more smoke plays to. But they need to find more than just one person, because obviously if they're only finding one person, even if it's the Dazzle and the Arc Warden and the Wraith King, which are the second 2 highest in the net worth, are going to be farming the entire map in its place.
Yeah, I mean, it's some pretty amazing farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Wow, look at this. Fudge cannot barely get any damage out onto the double there. I mean, it's tough to see, and you just know that if Arc Warden gets 2 of himself down in a team fight, and they're both whipping, you know, from the back lines,
Dire's
it's gonna
is under
spell
attack.
just disaster
Are scanning.
for UNC.
UNC is running in here, but I mean, what are they gonna find? They break smoke, but it's on the Weaver, and the Weaver's just able to get away. They are going to be TPing in here, trying to maybe find the Queen of Pain. Aren't going to find it as Plop does get out of there, and now UNC's going to be pushing the spot lane. But again, the only person in the spot lane is the Weaver, who has escaped.
So much escape, yeah.
Ability to get out.
Oh, they're gonna try to catch him out, but I think
They even have
Janva.
dust.
Nah. Wow. This right click's doing a lot to Snow. I'd love to see what Dachi's building here.
Does look like they're making the call to rotate bottom, possibly trying to fight here. They sent him the double along. Oh no. Fudge.
Oh, Fudge.
You went the wrong way. Your
Oh,
teammate
no.
went the other way.
Just even with the static link, the Maelstrom allows him to deal enough damage to get past. Great Scream of Pain, though, gets him right in before the BKB on Udachi. Scottish one goes down, though. It's just too much damage from these 3 here. I think... Did Arc? Arc's not even there. He just sent
the
his
real
double.
Arc isn't.
Yeah.
Attack.
Wow. It's a fight just absolutely won. And the Boots of Travel on 2 of the cores allowed so much push from this team. They're already... This is a scary thing for...
I did not know how that's how it worked.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The double would get TP'd back to base.
Yeah, the glimpse, I guess?
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh! Almost. The Wraith gets it. Oh, it does, but I think Disruptor has enough health he won't die.
Oh, that was
Wow.
so close. Able to go back to base though and regen back to full. But
Oh.
again, that was, I mean, that just goes to show how much the UCSD can push and their kill potential right now.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch Arc Warden's double, like, fight people and have them use, like, ults and stuff on the double because it's so, like, scary. I just think it's kind of a... I hate the hero. I'm going to be honest with you. Games with Arc Warden are the worst, but it's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting hero. Wow.
I mean, even games, honestly, with an Arc Warden, it's often not the best because a lot of the times you just see him pushing side lanes most of the time.
A nice little frowny face from Arc as his double single-handedly takes down that tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
Dire's
Oh,
top
goodness.
tower is under
Yeah, I mean, that's why Arc Warden games go so long, because they will just kind of non-committally, like, push side lanes. And sometimes it works, like in this game. I mean, the rest of his team is so far ahead. Oh, alright. This is an opportunity for them. Get the reincarnation down. But those fields are saving Gickle. They turn it around. Scottish one goes down. And the rest of UNC is running away. Wow. Arc Warden following in these back lines. Ready just in case. I mean, this could be their moment to siege high grounds. Maybe they don't really want to commit that much to it.
Depending on how long double lasts, can definitely siege high ground with some magnetic fields.
Dire's structures are
Ooh, dire structures are fortified. They all managed to avoid the bugs.
I mean, you don't even have Queen of Pain back, much less with ult. So,
Yeah, did you notice the scream in that last fight? It like hit, she got 3 in it, but it didn't deal like any damage.
yeah. Oh, but you caught out here by the double and the Wraith King with Flame.
It's a good opportunity to get some static link damage, but you know what? Giggle's practically a pause 1 now. Burst Fudge just out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it. I don't know if he had a blink
Yeah,
there.
he blinked
but
in and was able to stun, but
oh,
another
again!
blink.
Huge crit onto Pseudo. He's done for. This is an opportunity, though. Oh, the field, the evasion. Okay,
He's
nice
going for the
glimpse.
deny
Nice
on
glimpse.
his teammate.
Oh, my lord.
Hyman just memeing around trying to go for the denied.
All right. Scottish thinks he grabs Jianba, but you know what? Giggle's gonna be able to punish Scottish. Oh, and somewhere in gets a kill onto. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, wait. There's fights going on in multiple places, and this directed cam is not giving me the information I need here. But I think Snow basically saved that fight for them.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Again. Oh, wow. Okay, the turn. Giggle there
I
to
was about to
save
say,
him.
that was so close.
Jesus. It was really nice to micro that field to be just where the Queen of Pain wasn't. Oh. Oh. They
Got denied.
denied him. They're really just memeing. Oh my lord.
No, Punch might be dead here. Oh,
Itachi. I think that's the kill onto Pseudonym.
and get Pseudonym
The mid dazzle.
Dire's middle barracks
I
from
I
left
mean,
field. And I mean, at this point, UNC, it's kind of like last game. They just don't have anything they can do against this. UCSD has their BKBs on their cores. Even their offlaner is unkillable, along with their mid, who now has a Lincoln Sphere on top of that. I mean, Fudge just went for the static link and just isn't able to get it.
I mean,
Down 8 levels against the mid.
Yep. Oh, nice
Dude.
static storm though. This gives them opportunity. Maybe get Janba. But oh, the swap puts Scottish One in a terrible spot, going down to one shot by Gickle. I mean, it's amazing you put what's basically a pause 1 into the off lane, and both the pause 1 and pause 3 win their lane so hard that you're facing 2 just like monsters.
Yeah.
All right, this could be a moment. Giggle's finally been caught out. He's so low health. He's got to reincarnate, I believe. Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. This is it for him. I kind of don't
the
believe you.
armlet toggle.
The armlet toggle's crazy. Maybe they deny him.
Yeah. Oh no, the armlet toggle. He gets the armlet toggle, which saves him.
Holy
That
crap.
is crazy.
This Gickle guy, MVP. I'm giving it to him right now. With the Sand King plays in the first game, what do you do in the second game? Mars?
Mars, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing arenas and spears. Not only that, but even just the laning stage in general. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Catching out
he
Fudge.
went with so little health. Blinks in onto Fudge and destroys her. Holy crap. As we're talking about Gickle, he pulls off a wild attack onto Fudge, who's supposed to be the pause 1. Supposed to be the most powerful hero on UNC's team. This goes down in a flash.
Yep. And this might be another set of racks if they choose to. And I think at this point, Weaver also has his Ags now, so
even more save.
Yeah, though I haven't seen them needing it at all. I don't think anyone. Oh, 2 people have died on UNC. On UCSD.
Oh, look at that. They get the double huge catch, and he's dead. 300 gold bounty to the lucky winner. But he does some solid damage to that T3 tower, I believe. Oh, big scream, and the ult comes out. Look at this. I think it's finally time for Gickle to die, but you know what? It's not. It's never going to be. I keep saying that.
Oh. He does
Pop the reincarnate.
Damage over time, but his reincarnation doesn't really matter.
Jesus, the double. Or is that the real one? I can't even tell. Yeah, it's just, they're chasing UNC back into their fountain. And UNC can hopefully find a moment where they can turn back and find a kill. It looks like they managed to scare them away just enough that they're not pushed back into the fountain. I'm curious to see. I think UCSD is just looking to see if they can find a fight. And, you know, if they win a fight, I think it's game.
Oh, this Night Stalker's getting pretty low and does go down.
Oh, look at that. Yep. And the Arc Warden hitting Fudge so hard. Even with the, I bet it's a Hurricane Pike or a Force Staff chasing after, they don't manage to find it. I mean, it's not even a defensive Force Staff. Arc Warden bought that just to continue the chase. It's ridiculous. All right, top barracks falling quickly, and creeps are hitting that bottom tower as well. I think a GG is going to soon be in order. I'm just waiting to see. I think they're just going to rotate. Oh, maybe they find the moment to go in? No, no. I did not see that correctly. Yep, they're just going to rotate down to that bottom tower, which Dazzle is already hitting. But instead, directed cam, let's just watch Gickle.
No, I think they're going to go for
Roche.
Which they don't really need. I don't think.
No.
Oh, but it goes down so quickly.
I think, was Iden already there? I mean,
Probably.
oh, they know that Dazzle's got to be alone. Although he does have Jamba. Okay, Night Stalker ult comes out because they want to take this opportunity to get one down. But wow, the BKB teleport and he gets out. And they call GG just based off that. They couldn't get someone. So they know they're going to lose in the 5v5. Wow. And that's the series going for UCSD. Huge turnaround by them after the first game. Goes to UNC in a long, close 60-minute matchup. They managed to turn it around into 2 stomps, one after the other in games 2 and 3. Congratulations to UC San Diego. Absolutely well played, and our condolences to UNC Froggers.
Yeah, and obviously with the 2-1 record now going into these next few weeks, that's obviously not bad. They're still in a positive win-loss, and I think that they have a lot of stuff that they can obviously reflect on from these games, especially that second game. I didn't like that draft. I don't know. I'll talk to them
we're
about
going to
that.
talk to them. We're going to, don't worry, guys.
Lay down the law of the land. You cannot draft like that, you dummy heads. But yeah, so a lot to reconsider and think about. And obviously, they looked good that first game.
Getting some fun Dota sounds.
Yeah, so obviously some good Dota. Honestly, I was a little disappointed with those next 2 games. I think the first game was really splendid. We didn't get to see as much as that action in the next 2 games. But honestly, some good Dota all around. And
really, yeah.
I'm glad that we were able to cast this one.
Yep, even so late, we're here for you. And I think we'll be here next week as well.
Yeah.
It is late. I want to go study for my test tomorrow. It's been a great time casting with you guys. Now Henry's going to go off camera and turn the stream off.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching until the end, and we'll see you next week for more Dota from UNC Froggers action.
Now it's all me. I get a few seconds where it's all me. I'm the best caster, and Henry can't say anything. Did he just mute me? No, he didn't. Okay. It was all me, guys. Throw love for Cheese Tubby in the chat.